97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
All right, what up, everybody? It's a Friday. Middays with Marks on 97.5 The Fanatic. If you're driving in your car in the rain, be careful. But you're listening to WPN FM 97.5 The Fanatic, Burlington, Philadelphia. On the Fanatic app worldwide. There's video on there right now. You can listen on demand, listen live, ask Alexa. I'm going to make people mad now. Alexa, play 97.5 The Fanatic. People's Alexas out there are doing that. Good morning to everybody watching on YouTube. Remember, watch the show live on YouTube. Be involved in our chat. Don't be involved in our chat. You don't need to, but it's fun. It's a way for you to be a part of the show and the station. We're live every day, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on YouTube. And, of course, you can watch whenever. Like last night, I was listening to the segment. What did we call the segment yesterday where we gave away? It was you and Sean. Oh, Ray and Sean Against the World. I listened to that last night. I watched it on YouTube. It was excellent. So make sure you're subscribed to 97.5 The Fanatic on YouTube. As we say good morning to Ray Dunn. Raymond?
Morning, Johnny. How are you?
You know what? It's my last day. Before I go away for a week, I'm going to Disney. So you'd think I'd be very happy, but it's a frustration Friday.
Yeah. It's a very annoying Friday.
The weather sucks. They're calling for snow when I'm supposed to depart for Disney.
What is the deal with that? Are we actually getting snow? Are we not? I saw people say we're getting 6-7 inches of snow. I saw people saying we're getting 1 to 2 inches of snow.
How much?
6 to 7 inches of snow.
6, 7.
But, what are we doing here?
Well, you know what? I'm glad you asked because with his exclusive 5-day forecast, Sean Brace of 97.5 The Fanatic joins us. Hi, Sean.
What up, everybody? It is a Friday. Normally, we are in the high spirits, looking forward to the weekend and a feel-good Friday. We're going to be adding to the repertoire Yacht Rock Friday. Really excited about that. But today, Johnny, I think I woke up on the wrong side of the bed, I believe they say.
And it's a flannel Friday, at least for me.
My bad.
And Ray, too. But we always wear flannel.
You guys are Flannel Friday. You guys started it. I got to join the party. I'm a little late.
But then we confuse people because it's a Yacht Rock Friday.
Yeah.
Like Brandon Petrilli actually wore Yacht Rock clothes.
MVP.
And we were like, we meant we were going to play a couple songs. We weren't really ready to. So anyway, so he wore the Yacht Rock stuff. So I hope people didn't go to work.
He's currently at the dock. We left him by himself.
All right, well, let's get to it. Frustration Friday. We know the 76ers lost last night. It was ugly. I saw it coming. Blah, 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 blah. But I wanted to start here because I need to know. I'm frustrated with it because all right, so the Eagles won a Super Bowl 2 years ago. And whenever anybody says, oh, yeah, all he needs is to win a Super Bowl, I'll never be mad again. Remember the topic we always did? If it meant winning a Super Bowl, would you be okay with them not being good for 10 years? And my response to that was no. I'm like, why can't you win a Super Bowl and not be bad for 10 years? Right? But the Super Bowl, as we learned in Philadelphia, the first one we had, we booed them the first game back at halftime. And then we were benching and firing everybody last year. And they still won 11 games and won the NL East.
Wait, 2018?
Right, NFC East.
Opening up the season at halftime, we booed? I forget this.
Yeah, against the Falcons. Remember, Ray? Malcolm Jenkins got a kick out of it after the game.
I remember it.
On Banner Night.
Oh, that's right. And then the Cowboys game, was frustrating to a point because of Jalen Carter getting thrown out this year or this past season.
Yeah, and there was the weather delay and everything else.
Yeah.
But still, I'm like, I fired the coach. I benched the quarterback. A lot of people did. So I'm telling you, I'm as part of this culture as anybody that's out there, right? And then you get over it, and then I still don't necessarily like Nick Sirianni, and I'm not sure that Jalen Hurts really is the quarterback of the Eagles going forward, right? And I realize that's crazy to say, but a lot of us think that. Anyway, so I'm not telling you that I'm this.
Give me a percentage.
I'm not telling you that I'm this perfect Eagles fan that doesn't overreact, and I don't do things like that because I do. But I'd also like to believe that I'm not a toxic Eagles fan. And as we know, the people that are in the Toxic Avengers, Sean, in sports radio and in the media and all the Twitter accounts and the blogs and the podcasts and people like that.
Wait, so the Toxic Avengers nationally and locally, I guess?
I saw one of the Toxic Avengers yesterday just go crazy. Like, that's it. You trade him now. Send him to Cleveland. Screw him. I don't care if I get less to say. Send him to Cleveland. Send him to Antarctica. I saw a bunch of I got tagged by one of the Eagles accounts on Instagram where whoever is that runs that account was going crazy over the wink that was heard around Philadelphia.
Oh, wow.
Am I out of my mind for having zero care about the wink that A.J. Brown gave yesterday? I know this may sound like a silly conversation, but when you look at how many people were butthurt over a wink to two idiots, the name of the podcast is Dudes on Dudes. And A.J. Brown winked at him when he said something. Do we have it, Ray? You really need the audio to it. But when you watch the video and he winks at him, Edelman, it's like you just told Edelman he won the lottery. That's how happy he is that he says it. But I literally had no reaction to A.J. Brown. Winking at on the Dudes on Dudes podcast. All right, here it was. Here's the audio, at least, from yesterday.
Just remember, we're all patriots. You know that, right?
Are you going to be a patriot? Are you going to be a patriot? Wait,
So he winked, and that's where...
Tell you what, I kind of like that podcast now after hearing that. It sounds like they're having fun at least, right?
Sounds like something you could be involved in for a short period of time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
You don't have to listen to that 1.25 either. You can just keep it normal there.
And Sean, Dudes on Dudes podcast, it's kind of him.
Yeah.
He would love to be a Gronk type.
Oh, absolutely.
He is a Gronk type. He's just not the athlete.
True story. When I met my wife, she loved Gronk. She's like, I love Gronk. So, yeah.
And I fell in love with Sean.
There he is. Gronk Light over here. Exactly.
So anyway.
Yes.
So I just want to throw it out. This is to the text line, to the phone line, to you guys of the reaction. Because maybe because I'm not involved in the toxicity as much as I used to be. And I've tried to cleanse myself from that, especially with things like this. Like, don't get me wrong with A.J. Brown. I think there's a case of trading him that makes a lot of sense.
Sure.
I'm not if the Eagles traded him for a first and a conditional fourth-round pick or something like that, I would say, yeah, like that's a trade you have to seriously think about.
Okay, so we're talking about the wink, right? The wink heard.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Like, I'm not telling you that I wouldn't trade A.J.
No.
Brown. I'm telling you that I'm not trading A.J. Brown because he winked at these guys.
Correct. All right, so first of all, we talked about this yesterday. No issue with the wink, okay? It is what it is.
So you're not infuriated by the wink?
I'm not. However, I am intrigued with this toxic Avenger angle, all right? I want to know who else is a part of this team.
Well, we can come up with the list coming up later. It's the usual suspects. And I don't know if it's real or not, but... So you don't have a problem with the wink?
No, I don't.
Not at all.
I really don't. And like I said yesterday, again, if you didn't hear that, apologies. But we talked about this when it went live. I thought that was really funny radio. It's something we've been talking about for 2.5 weeks. People are like, "What the hell are these guys even talking about? Dudes on Dudes." Yeah, this is the podcast with Edelman and Gronk, and it was released during our show. We had the breaking news. It was pretty funny yesterday. With that, we had Negative Nate, go back and listen to the whole show. And literally, if I'm not wrong, Ray, he didn't mention the Eagles, right? Were the Eagles mentioned at all?
No.
So, like,
No.
how?
And that was another thing that some people had. Like, why wasn't he talking about the Eagles?
Oh.
Well,
So that's a negative slant, too?
I didn't, and truth be told, I didn't watch a second of it other than that one clip.
I watched a little bit last night.
Was there, because Bryce Harper decided he wanted to talk about the Dabrowski stuff, and those guys weren't leading him into it. So after a half hour, he saw the opportunity, and he said, oh, well, I'm not elite. I can't talk about that. Was there any, because I don't think they asked them about the Eagles because they don't care, right? Nate went through it. They didn't ask about the Eagles. Does he have to start talking about the Eagles and himself? I don't know. I thought that was an interesting reason to be mad.
Now, imagine the show today if he had gone, so guys, we're not going to talk about Hurts? You guys don't want to go into that offense?
Ooh.
Imagine how we'd be talking today. Oh, A.J. Brown went down there trying to send a message to his quarterback in the Eagles.
He's literally in a you can't win situation, right? He didn't mention the team. He's catching slack over that. If he goes out and does exactly what Ray just said, in a joking manner, he would catch heat over that. I'd be a little bit more, miffed with that comment if he did put that out there. A.J. Brown could not win. That's why I was shocked that he was going out to Radio Row to do podcasts. But
he was good with Parsons. He said all the right thing, but yet we were analyzing what he said and said, well, it seems like that it's strategic and intentional, and he said all the right things. He was prepared. So even in trying not to criticize him, I was actually trying to compliment him. But it was, he wants to be traded. He's saying all the right things. That's what you do if you want to be traded. You don't make things worse and hurt your value. you now can go where you want to because teams are looking at you and saying, no, this is a good thing.
So did these appearances fuel trade speculation? Did it take anything away? Are we?
I mean, Jesus, for as much as Adam Schefter says I don't care about it, it's on the front page of ESPN.com again today. When I went this morning. Yeah, there's mock trades all over the place. So, like, Shefty was being like, oh, well, like everybody knows. No, you're underplaying how big of a story this is. Because it is. It's a big national story.
Absolutely.
Because now in Buffalo, fans are going to be asking for that. Now in this city, they're going to be asking for that. It fuels that. The NFL offseason talk fuels everything, bro.
They know exactly what they're doing.
Yeah.
Yep.
For sure. I saw that it was Jeremy Fowler said trade him to the Browns. We talked about it yesterday. So now you have all the Browns blogs and sports radio there is talking about that. I mean, literally it drives content all over the place, nationally, locally. Should they get this guy? Should not get this guy? And was the wink out of line in Philadelphia?
Ooh.
Because it's not even if they trade him, because I think, Ray, would you agree that we're pretty dug in on whether they should trade him or not?
Yeah.
We're dug in. Fans are dug in.
Pretty much.
Things like that. All right, so were you mad at the wink?
Oh, livid. I can't believe he did it. You're telling me you went on a podcast with two Patriots. They asked you about the Patriots after you waxed poetic for an hour about Mike Vrabel, and you wink about going to the Patriots? Do you not even respect the contract? We should take his $30 million away. He should not get the $30 million. Contract should be gone. In fact, the NFL should force him to retire because that's tampering.
So that's sarcastic Gray that's doing that?
Listen, I've been through enough. I keep saying this. I had to learn who Janky Rondo was this season. You're telling me I should be upset about a wink? I was on Twitch trying to figure out what the streamer was doing, trying to bleep out everything going on, trying to navigate sound effects for how the guy. Yeah, I'm sorry if I'm not bothered by a wink at the end of a podcast. Yeah, he's having fun with Gronk and Edelman. Please spare me today. Spare me today on the wink was out of line, because if that was out of line, how do you grade everything else that happened this past season?
Right. Now, so like this isn't even from our show, but someone typed up on the call screener, people are mad at Joel. Fans are livid at Joel Embiid for being injured. And I don't get mad at him being injured anymore. What do you want him to do? If he was riding a motorcycle and he fell off and broke his leg, then I'd be mad that he got injured. And the stuff with him being overweight, but that doesn't seem to be the case right now with anything. But like, so give me the text line reaction to this, Ray. Because, like, literally, I couldn't believe when I was seeing, and I guess I should believe it, but I couldn't believe I was just, like, really worried about the wink. Like, have you not been paying attention? You weren't married. You weren't worried. You weren't mad about the book. You weren't you weren't worried. Like, just fans in general. Didn't we treat A.J. Brown pretty well, considering he was posting on social media every week?
Forgot about the Twitch post, too. Or the comment. That was funny. Yeah, good pull.
Now, I mean, the text line right now is pretty much you're dug in on whether or not you want him back. Jim, wink doesn't bother me, but I want him gone anyways.
Right. But it doesn't make me, like, it seemed like a lot of the reaction was, I'm on the fence, trade him now. Nope, that's it, trade him. Send him to Antarctica. That's Cleveland.
Tell you what, there's some great winks in cinematic history.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I was looking at this article.
Are you talking about winks in movies?
Winks in movies. Ferris Bueller, when he was laying in bed, wink, wink.
So I think of Wink Martindale, the late game show. I don't even think it's the late game. He was the game show host.
Yes, he was.
Tic-Tac-Toe was his probably his most favorite.
Isn't the defensive coordinator
Wink Martindale?
Yeah, Don. Yeah, the Wink. His first name is Don. That's right. Also, I thought Wink Martindale was a game show host.
He is, but so his last name was Martindale, so they came up with the nickname Wink.
Who's on first? Anyways,
right.
Wink's
like 90 if he's still alive.
In cinematic history, you got the Tombstone, Wyatt Earp, Val Kilmer, Strong Wink, and A.J. Brown. It's got to be up there, top 3 winks in cinematic history right now. It's what he
certainly in Philadelphia.
Good grief.
610-632-0975. Text line, phone line. Seriously, who's mad at A.J. Brown for a wink? Who wants to drive him out of town for a wink? And again, I'm asking this question because I legitimately, maybe I've gone soft. And there are a lot of people out there, because I had said, I think it was Eagles Zone on Instagram, tagged me, so I saw it. And it was like, I want to trade it out of town now. And it's like, no. Like, what are you talking about? Because he winked. And then I had to go back and watch it again. And I'm like, all right, well, I'll try to watch a couple minutes of it. And I just can't. And it's like, all right. Like he winked. He was trying to be cute. Like he's playing it up for the podcast. I don't know. I don't think it has any effect. Either he's going to be traded or he's not.
Correct.
And I don't think him winking has anything to do with anything.
You think Howie Roseman knows right now?
I think Howie Roseman knows what the cost would be for him to trade him.
Yeah.
Like would he be willing to take him, what he wouldn't be. I don't think there's any way that he wouldn't consider it.
No, I agree with that.
These trade proposals that are out there among the media, if that's really what teams are going to be putting out there, I don't think he gets traded. And I don't know. I don't know if there's going to be a team. And I've said this many times. If I was the Bills, I'd come off the top rope with a first-round plus.
Same. I do expect that to happen, to be honest with you. I think this is going to be really, really tough for Howie Roseman not to trade him. And I'm sitting here saying I would rather have life with Howie Rose or with A.J. Brown next year. New play caller, new system. We know what he brings to the table. Add him to the mix with Devontae instead of subtracting him. Like, I'm on record. I want A.J. back, but ultimately I think Howie Roseman knows a little bit more about what's taking place on the inside, a little bit more what's really happening on the film. Is he giving up on these routes? I know what my eyes are telling me, but I'm pretty sure the coaches and Howie have had a good rapport on this.
Right. No, it's. I mean, if they think he can come back and it won't be a problem, you're really sure it's not going to be a problem. Are you comfortable with the same thing happening this year that it did last year, with where he's going to have an issue with the offense and the quarterback and the head coach, apparently? So, I mean, it's a lot to weigh. He's a great player, and when Howie says that, he's telling the truth. You don't get rid of good players, but sometimes you do. Sometimes you trade them because you're saying, okay, what am I weighing? Here's what I have. Here's what I'm getting. But with A.J. Brown, the player also comes with, has his skills diminished? He's not fully committed to it because he's indifferent about the quarterback and the head coach. I mean, there's a lot of things to weigh.
Oh, yeah.
And I think there's a strong argument for both sides of keeping him and not keeping him.
I agree with that. Absolutely in your camp on that one. You know, the question I would ask, and just flipping the script, we were having some fun with the Toxic Avengers. Are there, like, is A.J. Brown, he's at fault a little bit. I'm not saying he's toxic.
Absolutely.
But he's at fault with this.
Of course.
Do we have toxic athletes in Philadelphia right now? I don't think so, right? Like, yeah, he's at fault, but I wouldn't. I
don't think he's toxic. T.O. is toxic.
Yeah,
he just
a little bit.
I mean, I thought it was telling that a lot of. I mean, it sure seemed like everybody agreed with him. You didn't have anybody coming out, even in off-season stories. We'll see if T-Mac can unearth some stuff from behind the scenes. It's still very, very early in the process, but I didn't hear any talk of, A.J. Brown selfish and any of this stuff.
No, you're right.
If there's a trade of A.J. Brown, is there a story a la Nick Castellanos' release that comes out
No.
afterwards?
Nope.
I don't think it would come out to the magnitude of.
You know why?
This is who he is.
I don't think they're trying to protect Jalen Hurts and make Jalen Hurts look better.
There's always a connection, right? There's always a second of why.
Who's talking and why are they talking? I don't know. Do they want to? Like, I don't think they want to make AJ look brown again.
Well, is it going to make AJ look bad?
No, it'll make. Well, so you're saying a story comes out and makes Jalen look bad.
I'm just saying there's going to be a story. I'm just curious what that story be, because he gets traded. I don't think it's just he got traded. That's the end of the story. We'll get the how things went from window opens with AJ Brown getting here to windows still open, but AJ Brown's no longer an Eagle.
I think it's. I mean, I don't
know. If there
know.
is no story, then that might be bigger.
A much better chance that there's a negative story on Jalen than AJ if he gets traded.
Yeah, because he's still here. I could see something like that coming out of the mix.
Or let's say they're both here. Even if they're both here, there's a good chance the story's coming out. So is that story is that going to be AJ selfish, or is that going to be Jalen Hurts struggled with the offense and didn't do things in practice? And
Adam Schefter's notorious for those draft day bombshells. Remember Rodgers? He's always got one that he's sitting on.
Well, no, if he gets a text message, he doesn't really report anymore. He's an insider.
It's pretty easy.
McManus was the one that came out after 2023 and detailed the relationship and the breakdown between Nick Sirianni and Jalen Hurts and what went wrong.
Yeah.
So I think that would be a McManus type piece or something like that, where it's like, here's what's happening behind the scenes. You talk to an offensive lineman or two. They corroborate what's being told to you by a coach, what's being told to you by a wide receiver. Devontae Smith and Devontae Smith, if they have a good relationship with one of these reporters, might be willing to say, yeah, everybody was frustrated last year with
It would be interesting to hear a little bit more from him. It would. It seems like they were just out in Super Bowl week. Him and Jalen were hanging out, looking good.
What I'm saying is that there are enough sources that Tim McManus has in the Eagles organization to where if there's something out there, there's something out there, and it will come out. And I think it would be about Jalen and not AJ. All right, 610-632-0975, 610-632-0975. Frustration Friday. It's miserable out, cold rain.
Oh,
I'm ready for spring.
Amen.
Snow might be coming over the weekend.
Ugh.
Sean Brace needs some Sixers therapy.
I do.
That's coming up next because that was a brutal loss last night. Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Second half starts with a loss. I'm Ray done with this Fanatic Sports Update. It's brought to you by Uber Eats. You hungry? Good thing Uber Eats has a great deal waiting for you at Los Gatos from now till March 31st. Get a buy one, get one free deal on Rigatoni Vodka on the app. Order now only on Uber Eats. Terms apply. See app for details. Sixers lost 117-107 to the Hawks last night at home. Tyrese Maxey, 28 points. BJ Hitchcock had 20 points. Jalen Johnson with 32 points to lead the Hawks to the win. Sixers now beginning a 3-game road trip tomorrow in New Orleans against the Pelicans at 7 o'clock. You can hear the game right here on these airwaves. Eagles found out yesterday they're going to have both Lane Johnson and Landon Dickerson back after reportedly contemplating retirement. Zach Berman was on Kincade and Salciunas this morning talking about plans at that O-line spot potentially in the draft.
It would shock me if we were talking after the second day of the draft and they hadn't taken at least one and maybe two offensive linemen there. And I would imagine in the first 2 rounds, at least one.
Combine starts next week in the NFL. Phillies spring training. The schedule kicks off tomorrow. Their first game at Clearwater at home for the Phillies is on Sunday. And the Union season begins tomorrow in D.C. against D.C. United. You can listen to the game on our sister station, WWDB. This update is brought to you by Apple Vacation. Save up to 40% on spring break and summer vacations during the family travel sale. Plus, kids stay free at select resorts when you book by February 26th. Visit applevacations.com to learn more. I'm Ray Dunn, your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic.
awful.
It's the Beach Boys, Kokomo.
It's awful.
Cocktails and dreams, young Flanagan. Are you kidding me?
I can do without this. Kokomo? There's never one time when the summer starts that I want to put Kokomo on. Summertime by Will Smith.
Okay.
Summertime by even Sublime. There's summertime songs. You have block party songs. I never not one time. Jimmy Buffett in this, never am I like, oh man, I'm really
all right. Well, then
put that on.
I'm going to need you to put a playlist of Yacht Rock together if you don't want Jimmy Buffett.
Oh, I got you.
That's not Yacht Rock.
All right. That's fine then.
I got you. I will.
Is Jimmy Buffett Yacht Rock?
I'm a new school type of guy. I'm a guy that tries to bring a little flair to it, and I would include just a little bit of some Buffett out there. Just look, you know, like I said, you're putting together a mix.
Okay, fair enough.
You know, so it's like, is Buffett Yacht Rock? No, you're right. But
for the mainstream, you got to put in some bigger names. Otherwise,
yeah,
people like if I say Christopher Cross,
there you go, sailing.
Right, like that's a Yacht Rock song.
That's quintessential, the Yacht Rock
But
song.
can you bring in the casuals to care about Yacht Rock?
Correct. So you can throw some Kokomo in there. You can throw Come Monday by Buffett. You know, Fens up, Fens down if you want. There are plenty to choose from. But you know, like I was saying, the Doobie Brothers is a yacht. I shared this yesterday because somebody hit me up.
Michael McDonald is a Yacht Rock.
He's the god. That voice is incredible.
Okay, coming out next break, we play a Michael McDonald.
Done. He's also coming to Hershey with Carlos Santana coming this summer.
Holy crap.
That's what I said. And I asked the wife to come, and she goes, oh, you know me so well.
So can we do a show Yacht Rock?
Yes, from Hershey.
From Hershey?
Dip me in chocolate. Let's go.
Michael McDonald's voice is incredible.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. So,
taking it to Rose Street.
But there's that, but there's also There was it was a video of Billy Crystal and Gregory Hines from that movie they did.
Oh wow, that's a pull.
And he was that's solo Michael McDonald because he became big. It's like Phil Collins after Genesis. You got to go make your own money.
Oh, that was Sweet Freedom.
Oh, Sweet Freedom. It's an awful video. Awful video, so 80s.
Yes,
but that's a Yacht Rock song.
Oh, strong dude.
All right,
Running Scared.
Oh, my God. Now we're talking.
That's a pull.
Yeah. All right. Well, more Yacht Rock. More of your favorite. We didn't dress like Yacht Rockers today. We will.
We have to, but it's not.
Or Petrilli did.
He's still at the dock. He's literally in a shirt. I'm going to tweet that out. Make sure you follow us at 97.5 Middays. 975 Middays.
Oh, that's so much fun. All right. Well, let's do that. It's Frustration Friday, Ray. We're not supposed to be laughing.
Oh, that's right.
All right. The 76ers, as predicted right here on 97.5 The Fanatic Middays with Marks. They were 1-point favorites when we left the air yesterday.
You gave out the Hawks as a winner.
Yep. And that was an easy one for whatever reason, but now it's become, well, they can't win without Joel Embiid. All right, which by the way, it doesn't seem like they can win without Joel Embiid right now. Edgecombe after the game talked about, well, Embiid gives you 30. And Tyrese Maxey just a couple months ago was talking about how they know how to play without Embiid and they can win. Sixers are now 1-7 in their last 8 games without Joel Embiid. That's going back to late December.
Correct.
So I'm not telling you that it's easy to play one way with Embiid and one way without Embiid because you know with Embiid it's like Edgecombe says like, all right, who's scoring tonight? Well, we know Joel's going to get his 30. So then where are you getting the rest of the points from? And when he doesn't play and when Paul George is suspended because he used drugs, if Maxey doesn't score 37 points or if Edgecombe doesn't score 30 points, then Oubre's got to step up. Or then one of the other guys have to score. They wouldn't do it. Oubre he was horrible last night.
4 for 13, finished with 17 total.
His decision-making's poor.
Yeah.
When he's bad, that's what he does. He makes stupid turnovers. He makes dumb passes. Ray, essentially, when Oubre's good, it's like, wow, he's a pretty good player. Now you know why he only gets 1-year contracts because he plays like that last night.
Putting out some bangers on the timeline, though.
Yeah, that's right. We didn't play it yesterday.
He's got
another song. But so let's play Maxey after the game. Sean, I want you to give me your reaction to it. Tyrese Maxey after the game talking about the dynamic without Embiid.
It definitely is. Definitely is. You know, we're playing multiple styles of basketball. And that's why I said for myself like a couple games ago, like it's weird. You know, I done had a successful year, but I played 3 different roles. You know what I mean? And that's difficult, but, you know, it comes with it sometimes. And that's not an excuse that you can use. You know, you got to go out there, whoever we have out there, and try to win games. Like, we're in the game. have chances to win. Had a hell of a third quarter, slow start of the fourth quarter, and just couldn't recover.
Yeah, if I want to go full toxicity here, I could easily just say, enough of this, Tyrese. You've been in the league for 6 years. It comes off extremely woe is me, but I want to be a little bit fair and understand the frustration that he is dealing with. He's being asked to play unbelievable amounts of minutes over the season. One day he's rolling in, Joel Embiid's playing, the next he's not. That's got to be difficult if we're honest. However, I got to be honest here. Like, when I listen to that, I just expect more from a guy who just started in the All-Star game.
So you want him to say, we know Joe is injured, and there's times that we don't know if he's playing or not right up until tip.
Yep.
But that's no excuse. We have to go out there and we have to win games.
This is a team in the Atlanta Hawks that is one of the worst in the Eastern Conference. They're 10th seeded, if I'm not mistaken, coming into last night, 26-30. There's only two teams that give up more points in the Eastern Conference as a whole than the Hawks do on a nightly basis. You go down that box score, sure, they have some athleticism on some players. I'm not trying to rip all those guys for that for the Hawks, but CJ McCollum came in, who was just traded, and looked like he was the veteran starter that everybody is dying to get. Like, it was so frustrating. That's a game you got to win. And why do I say that? Because you got, like, Maxey put the game on your back. He played a bad game last night. Sure, you can look at the box score, 28. He was 4 from 11 from downtown.
He went great.
He started off sluggish, and everybody was saying that this is a guy that needs the All-Star break. Well, there was no All-Star break for Tyrese Maxey. He went right to the West Coast.
Yep.
So now what are we looking at? I want to be fair to Maxey, but, man, I can't like, when I heard those comments post-game, I'm like, dude, like, you just got done telling us 2 months ago that, like, yeah, we can do this without Joel Embiid, and now.
So let's hear it. Here's Tyrese Maxey 2 months ago. It was the same thing after a game. By the way, they were winning these games without Embiid. Now they're not.
Correct.
And that's the biggest difference. Here's Maxey. Let's see how he sets it up.
I think the biggest thing is, I hope y'all recording this. I hope somebody's recording. The biggest thing is that we know how we're gonna play. You know what I'm saying? Like, when Joel plays, you know how we're gonna play when Joel plays. We know how we're gonna play when Paul plays. Then we know how we're gonna play every single night. And I think that's the best thing that's really happened to us, really honestly. And we're gonna keep building on that.
Yep. So in other words, we know that he doesn't play. Like, that doesn't matter. It's good. We're gonna build off that. And I'm sure he felt like that at the time. See, I'm not going to criticize Tyrese Maxey other than for maybe the, hey. Like, I can't worry about if Embiid's playing or not. We got to come out and we got to play better ball.
He's frustrated.
We're
all frustrated.
Yeah, he's frustrated.
But guess what? This season's about to disappear, John. This season is, if look, it all comes down to the big man's health. That's it. That's all it is. Well, then I guess what? This has been a house of cards. Because I know damn well where I have stood, and I'm pretty sure the general percentage or a popular take as far as Sixers fans are concerned when it comes to the health of Joel Embiid is like, yeah, don't depend on it.
You can't.
And here we are.
It has to be a bonus, but then when he's playing great and it's like you remember how good of a player he is, then now you need it. And for everybody that wants to move on for Joel Embiid, and I will 3/4 raise my hand to that, just remember what you're going to look like without him.
Oh, yeah.
Because you can build around Edgecombe and Maxey, and you have Paul George if you were to keep him, but ultimately you're going to be lucky to make the playoffs. And that's where you move on from Morey and someone else is rebuilding the team with those two young players.
You just said it. I also, since I'm being critical of Maxey, Nick Nurse, need more from him.
Yeah, he stinks.
He just, the X's and O's, the execution down the stretch, like, I don't know what's going on. It seems like it's hero ball. We were talking about that pre-show between either VJ or Tyrese, more Tyrese than anything, and then Morey. You know, regardless of what took place, I know the facts. The facts is you moved McCain, all right? And you thought you were going to get something back. It didn't happen. You look down this box score, and guys aren't performing. Tristan Watford, I thought was a better player, not showing it. You know, like,
but they're the guys you're relying on. Drummond. I mean, look at that starting lineup last night.
Yeah,
Maxey's an all-star, and Edgecombe is on the. He's a very good young player. He's still a young player.
Quentin Grimes played an okay game yesterday, but you need more from him. If he's supposedly this guy that's in the rotation in front of McCain and a guy that's in your future plans, you want to give him a deal, well, then you need more from him in times like this.
Yeah, and Ray, as much like Campaign, they signed Campaign because you can't overuse Edgecombe. The more he's out there, He's just kind of like he needs to sit on the bench for a couple minutes, like calm down, get recentered, and get back out there.
He had 11 after 1 and hit the buzzer beater. It's like, all right, here we go. He's going to carry that momentum from the All-Star break.
Still a very young player. And you don't have a McCain that could come in and shoot when they're having trouble getting buckets. So you got to put Campaign out there. You got to rely on guys that weren't on a roster.
It was nice to see Campaign again, and then Campaign played, and then I was not so thrilled with the reunion.
Because he does have good energy.
Yeah.
He's a veteran presence.
I enjoyed him 2 years ago.
And there was a reason why they just signed him.
Yeah. That's exactly what you reminded of last night. There were a couple of early assists. That was nice, but he ran into some chaos. And, again, you mentioned it. It's not this great defensive team, but last night, Sixers' offensive execution made them look like a good defensive team. That was tough to watch. And there it is. Also, they gave Campaign Jared McCain's number 20 already. It's been a week, man. Come on.
And
let us sit in this. Let us stew a little bit.
Ray was at the game last night. They didn't have a picture for a scoreboard?
No picture for him on the scoreboard. The guy was here 2 years ago.
Let's go,
What
people.
are we doing?
I don't know the process of getting that uploaded. Can't you just take a Google image
It
and
must have been a JPEG or
and just send it to the phone and then post it up there?
M3, yeah, it wasn't.
Do they just delete them after every season? I mean, there has to be a picture of McCain or of Payne lying around somewhere.
It can't be that big of a process to also upload it.
You knew he was coming. This isn't like he signed the day of. We heard about this on Sunday.
Attention to detail, Ray. It's a lack of attention to detail. It goes with Nick Nurse and the rest of the team.
Ooh.
610-632-0975. 610-632-0975.
Happy birthday, Dr. J.
It's the good doctor's birthday?
Well, it was yesterday.
They
There
did
was
the celebration down there.
Yeah, and look, everybody can take their own. That's fine. I'll stand on this by myself. Can the broadcast just focus on the game for a little bit? Just a little bit. Can we just focus on the game? There's so much chicken, Dr. J, bumper cars. Just focus on the game, please.
You can do that in baseball because it's a different pace. You know what I mean? And people complain about that, but you can do some of that stuff. Sean, it's not a very good broadcast. I'll just say that.
We all like them. Let's go to
No, people are scared to criticize them. I'll just say that.
And look,
me too.
I'll criticize any announcer, and it's tough. It's a tough watch, and that's just full honesty. And you know what? For the week that we didn't have it,
well, you know when it's a really tough loss when they struggle and they lose because they don't want to. I want my announcer and my post-game crew, and I'll say it about the post-game crew. There's been games when I'm pissed, and we'll talk about your post-game. There's games when I'm pissed, and my feelings after the game don't match what they're talking about in the post-game that are being positive.
A lot of keeping it moving. Nobody wants to step on anything.
I understand.
Understood. But when the broadcast, come on, man, there's just way too much of just, no, just call the game.
I'll just blame Allah.
You guys could realize you're mad with the team when we go after the broadcast team.
Correct.
That's fair.
Also, do people agree with that on the text line? 610-632-0975. Coming up, Embiid's trainer, Drew Hanlon, was on Kevin O'Connor's podcast and talked about Embiid's health and handling his health going forward. We have that next. Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic. Here it is.
Shine, sweet freedom, shine your light on me.
So good.
You are the magic, you're right where I wanna be.
Yacht Rock Friday, Middays with Marks. Matt Cowper. Matt Cowper checks in on text message, our sales executive.
Yes.
Christopher Cross is the king of Yacht Rock, not Michael McDonald.
Oh, come on, man. Christopher Cross has one song, and the name of it is Sailing, and therefore that's why everyone thinks he's the
And
king.
Ride the Wind. Michael McDonald is too accomplished to be a yacht rocker.
See, but the issue is when you put together the mix, the Doobie Brothers, Michael McDonald, his voice is littered throughout it. So it's like if I'm giving you a mix of 40 jams and 6 of them feature Michael McDonald, well, he's the king of that list.
All right, so if you Google yacht rock, top yacht rockers of all time,
Okay.
which define the smooth, soft rock sound of the late 70s and the early 80s.
I could hear the seagulls in the backdrop.
Featuring polished production, jazz-influenced melodies, and often session music expertise.
We're heading down to the Seattle Yacht Club right now as we speak.
Number 1, Christopher Cross.
No way!
Michael McDonald, 2, Kenny Loggins, 3.
That's just ridiculous.
I don't think Toto, that's a good one.
That is, yeah. Look,
Toto's a great one.
It's a great category, great genre, and like it hits. It hits for me I love when the warm weather starts to come, and I'm starting to dream of it right now because I am a huge Kenny Chesney fan. But I don't listen to Kenny during the wintertime. I listen to Kenny, No Shoes Radio, summertime.
Well, it's like drinking Coronas.
Correct.
People like to drink Coronas all year round. I know we sponsor Corona's a big sponsor. There's a better chance I'm drinking Corona in the summer than I'm drinking it in winter.
I switched to Guinness. Love Guinness during the cold months. I go to summer during the Corona during the summer months. I think a lot of us do that. Now, I'll just say,
love Corona,
that yacht rock, it hits. It hits in a big way when you get the seagulls and the ocean and the waves crashing.
Essential yacht rock song, Sailing by Christopher Cross. What a Fool Believes by the Doobies.
There it is.
Which Doobie you be?
That's a great song.
Rosanna by Toto. Yeah. Da-na-na-na-na-na.
Summer Breeze, Seals and Croft.
That's a good one.
I'll tell you right now, underrated.
Yep.
What you won't do for love.
Who's
by
that?
smooth Bobby Caldwell. You try everything.
Yeah, see, I think a yacht rocker should be someone the public doesn't know who they are.
Well, I don't
like Hall Notes. Rich Girl is, I guess, if you listen to it, you could put it in a yacht rock mix.
Yeah,
you can't think of Hall Notes as being a top yacht rock band.
See, I will toss some in there, but you're right. They're not a top, but they have a little bit of a flavor to them. Bobby Caldwell's a great one because no one knew he was white. Everyone thought he's exactly. He's a perfect yacht rock guy. Yes.
All right. Back to the 76ers here. Raising their jam into some Christopher Cross. And not Criss Cross, the rappers from the Christopher Cross.
Is that not his full name?
What? Christopher Cross? No, but there's Criss Cross, which is the K. Jump. Mac Dad'll make you.
Jump.
Daddy Mac will make you.
Jump.
Criss Cross will make you.
Jump.
Right. Christopher Cross, the rapper.
Yeah. All right. So was Drew Hanlon Ben Simmons' trainer too?
I think they tried to get him in with him.
Well, who was the guy that used to come up with the videos for Ben Simmons? Ben Simmons would be in an elementary school gym, it'd be like, wow, look how aggressive he is offensively. And they put the video out.
Markelle also went to Drew Hanlon. That was probably the Sixer you're thinking of. Maxey's also a handling guy.
Tell you what, I did miss, speaking of like summertime, and yacht rock, I did miss every single time, every year it would come around Ben Simmons versus the chair in the open gym.
Yeah, he's fine. Look at him. He's shooting threes. Hold on, that's an 8-foot rim. That's my elementary school. What's he doing there? So anyway, Drew Hanlon is trainer. He's on Kevin O'Connor's podcast talking about how Embiid is handling his health going forward. Listen.
I think that he's bought into something this year that he's never done in the past. In the past, if he was 50%, he was still playing. He was a warrior. He was a competitor. He was like, if I can play physically, I'm going to play. So then he arrived at the playoffs banged up. This year, he's taken more of an approach of, if I'm not healthy, I'm not playing.
That's interesting because I think that's a direct reflection over. Remember last year when it looked like he shouldn't have been out there playing and the Sixers were trying to make a push for the playoffs? And I don't know how many times I said, he's not healthy, man. I get trying to grind through it, but you grind through an injury if you're an offensive lineman and you have a shoulder injury.
Yeah.
You're a 7'2" center with bad knees. It's hard to grind through that.
Yeah, you're not grinding much. I would say that this was something that was discussed preseason. I think to a point last year after if I'm making it up, maybe in my mind, I think that might be the case. But definitely this offseason where it was like, nope, this is how Joel Embiid's going to operate. If he's not going to go, it's up to him. Look, it's all about getting to the postseason, and who knows their body better than Joel Embiid, right? Than Joel Embiid. So I would trust his judgment on that. But I think, the devil is in the details because you heard what Maxey had to say. And now these guys aren't comfortable. Now these guys are questioning, like, is Joel playing? Because if he's playing, then I got to play a certain style. He's not playing? All right, now I got to be the guy. And that's not conducive to a winning environment. It's just not. The team is telling you 1-7 since late December without Joel Embiid. I think 11-13 on the year without Joel Embiid in the starting lineup. And guess what? If Joel Embiid does not return, and soon, this team is not going to make the play-in.
Well, you kind of took the words out of my mouth. Nick Nurse said that if it was a playoff game, he probably would have played. So, there's that. But I understand the frustration, and when they say Embiid gives you 30 every night and you're taking that out of the lineup, and that's real. So initially they were able to win without him, but they ultimately long-term they can't. They have to win enough games when Joel Embiid is not playing, as you said, to avoid being in the play-in, to have a real shot at winning a round or two. Because, if this is really about winning a round, who cares? Right? Right now, honest question. Right now, we know Embiid's health, it's not I don't think it's a serious type thing until it is.
Yeah.
Does this feel like they're making the playoffs as a top 6 seed and they're winning a round?
Dude.
Ray?
A month ago, I said this team was an East contender.
It's like they're making the playoffs.
How about that?
If he's healthy, if we're assuming that this isn't something serious,
we're not assuming he's going to play every game.
Right. No, but that's never been an assumption.
Okay, so how many games has he played so far?
31.
So going by the same percentage of games, you figure out how many more games he misses. Can they still make the playoffs? Because what they've shown since this latest push since the end of December is they're 1-7, I believe, in games they didn't play.
Yeah.
And let's not act like these are games that they're going up against the stiffest competition in the NBA.
No.
The Hawks aren't a very good team, and you're at home last night. There's no reason you shouldn't win.
And
game.
by the way, last time you took the floor, you got raised.
Yep.
Inexcusable.
Exactly.
Inexcusable, man.
Yeah, you have to win the games that you should win. You have to win the games at home against lesser teams. You got to find ways to win those games. I don't know if they can right now.
Wait, timeout for the Embiid thing here. Last time he took the floor was the Suns, right? That Knicks game, he didn't play. They got boat raised.
Well, Portland. So they lost to Portland. He didn't play in that game. And then the Knicks game was the last time they took the floor. Yeah, Joel didn't play.
Say.
But the effort from the Sixers, they got to find a way to win a game. So this is the last time you were out. You lost by 50 at home. All-Star break. You expect to win that game last night against the big bad Atlanta Hawks.
How many games have they played so far, the Sixers? What's their record?
They're like 3 over 500, I believe.
So
right?
Embiid, we mentioned, has played
31.
31 games. The Sixers' record, someone can get it faster than me because there's something wrong.
30 and 25.
So they played 56 games. So 56, he's
55.
played 31, 55. So he's missed 24 games so far. So he's played 31.
They're 11 and 13 without him.
He's missed 24. So it's not quite 50%. So if he doesn't play in 40% of the remaining games, and I think it's fair to put it that because that's about what that percentage is. Are they making the playoffs as a non? I don't think they are.
Guess what, John? There's no back-to-backs in the playoffs, though. So if they do make it, that's what somebody said to me last night.
Really? Is this going to be a Flyers thing where now they're the 9th seed and they're losing in the play-in, or they win the play-in?
It's a shame. It's a shame. It's just a shame because it's been a house of cards due to simply based off of Joel Embiid's health. It's the truth. It's the reality. I got duped. I bought into maybe this team could compete without Joel Embiid. But then they lost Paul George. Here we are.
Because he was really killing it before the drug suspension.
He was playing better, and I think that they do find a way to win a game like last night. Defensively, George was playing better, right? Am I wrong on that, Ray?
I mean, I would have preferred to see him out there to what they had.
Yeah.
Charlie Brown, the football is just getting pulled right out from me.
So Embiid is injured, as he normally is, and I'm not even going to criticize him for it. And I'll just say it again this way. Paul George is on a drug suspension. Not even a PED, a drug suspension.
Play the song.
Oh, my God. 610-632-0975. I need some text action on that. Are people mad at him? Because people used to get mad at Embiid because he was injured. Are people still? It's frustrating.
Yeah. The shin now.
Now it's a shin.
My neck.
Which is right by the knee.
My back.
Coming up, spring training baseball beginning tomorrow. This is our mandatory Phillies segment. What are you most excited for ahead of game action? What's your biggest concern? And I heard Bill and Ricky talk about this yesterday, but I mean, he said, who's under more pressure, the Eagles or the Phillies? It's always going to be the Eagles, but man, the Phillies are under a lot of pressure to win this year. That's coming up next, Middays with Marks 97.5 The Fanatic. Let's talk about my go-to casino, sportsbook, all of that. Come on now. BetParks online casino and sportsbook. It's the only app I would ever recommend, and for good reasons. Check it out. You want to pick some winners? Ooh, were you in on the women's hockey yesterday? Did you have the gold? Well, your keister got tight late in that game. Somehow they found a way to win. The men are going to be going for the gold as well. You can bet on ice hockey, bobsledding, speed skating, skiing, curling, all the Olympic events. It's time to play. So join me now in the BetParks online casino and sportsbook app where there's always another way to win. Check it out. New casino users score up to $1,000 casino bonus back in the first 24 hours, and you get bonus spins on a lot of their slots. Good Heavens or Lil Demon, Mega Collection So check it out. Bonus spins over the course of 10 consecutive days, and you can bet pro hoops, player performances, game action, live bet, all that good stuff. There's always another way to win on the BetParks online casino and sportsbook app. You must be 21 and in PA, New Jersey, Maryland, or Michigan. New users only. Terms and conditions do apply. See site for details. Casino bonus must be wagered. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Lift up in South Philly. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. The Sixers saw their second half start at Xfinity Mobile Arena last night. It started with a loss, 117-107 to the Hawks. Maxey had 28, Edgecombe had 20 points. Jalen Johnson, 32 points, lead the Hawks to the win. Sixers beginning a 3-game road trip tomorrow in New Orleans against Pelicans at 7 o'clock. You can hear the game right here on these airwaves as we'll have pregame coverage beginning at 6:50. Eagles yesterday found out that both Lane Johnson and Lander Dickerson back in 2026 after reportedly contemplating retirement. Zach Berman joined Kincade Salciunas this morning, talked about the fact that the offensive line plans in the draft probably won't change.
It would shock me if we were talking after the second day of the draft and they hadn't taken at least one and maybe two offensive linemen there. And I would imagine in the first two rounds, at least one.
Combine starts next week. Philly spring training begins, at least the schedule of the games begins tomorrow. And they have their first home game down there in Clearwater on Sunday. And the Union season begins tomorrow night at DC United. You can listen to that on our sister station, WWDB. This update is brought to you by Positive Coaching Alliance. Questions about youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit organization, develops better athletes, better people through youth and high school sports. Info at positivecoach.org. I'm Ray Dunn, your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5, The Fanatic, and The Fanatic app.
I wouldn't be here right now.
Yacht rock mix on a Saturday afternoon. Brace on the turntables. Everybody's got their hands up in the air. We got mimosas and champagne glasses up.
People are so stoned they can't even feel their face.
That's a party, baby. Party to me.
All right. Well, Ray, are there a lot of requests coming in on the text line for their favorite yacht rock songs?
I saw excitement on the YouTube chat for people saying, I want to see what the next song was.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, man.
We got a documentary that was sent to us on the text line about yacht rock.
Questlove was behind that, I want to say. John
That's
Mayer
right.
featured too as well. Yep. Really good. Really good.
All right. There you go. Coming up at 11:30, your chance to win tickets to the Dave Matthews Band concert. And we're going to do something called Show Wars.
Ooh.
Sean is going to team with Nate Tennyson, our associate producer. Ray is going to team with Brandon Dutz, our young YouTube producer. And how the listener would win the tickets is this is a ChatGPT question. So this is far from yesterday we did who had the second lowest batting average on the team among regulars. That's a fact. This is ChatGPT. There's no facts on here. This is subjective.
Lord. All right.
So the question I asked, and I don't want to give it away because I don't want people at home cheating.
Sure.
So there's a top 10 list. You guys are going to go back and forth giving answers until the team with the most answers wins. All right? So if you get 3 strikes, you're out, and then the other team wins. So it's the first with 3 strikes, you're out. Or if you guys go all the way to the end, it's the team that has the most correct answers. So we'll do a coin flip to see who starts.
Oh, we're doing it big time. You got to.
Love it.
So if you get to 5 first, you win, essentially. I don't know if that's going to happen. But anyway, so that's coming up at 11:30. How if somebody at home wins is you call in, and if you're the 4th caller, you align yourself. I believe that Sean and Nate are going to win, so I'm on Sean and Nate's team. And then caller number 5, default, would get the team that wasn't selected.
A lot of chemistry on that team between Nate and me.
Absolutely.
A lot of great chemistry. Team camaraderie happening at the highest level there.
Positive Sean and negative Nate.
Yeah.
All right?
We need to balance each other out.
So
Good cop, bad
You
cop.
should have
basically.
emailed this morning, like with all the emojis, like I was making that statement. I'm not telling you the Phillies have the most pressure. Stark is telling you that, or excuse me, MLB executives
Or telling Stark.
Or telling
that.
Stark.
Who's telling you?
correct.
Who told Nate that?
So that's coming up at 11:30. Stay tuned for that. The Phillies are under a ton of pressure.
Yeah.
If I was around Major League Baseball and I'm looking for the teams that are under the most pressure, Aaron Boone, the Yankees. Aaron Boone doesn't get fired. So is this the year they don't win and he gets fired? They keep bringing him back. Brian Cashman in the Yankees, you know what I'm saying? Like these guys keep their jobs, or they're always under pressure in New York to win, but they're not losing their jobs. I don't know. Like, it's the same level of scrutiny and pressure in Boston as is in Philly. If I'm like John Middleton is spending $370 million. He's paying $50-60 million in luxury tax because his payroll is so high to win a World Series.
Yeah.
Do you know how many teams actually do that? A couple. The big teams. So when you talk about big market baseball, the Phillies are big market baseball. Dodgers, Yankees, Phillies, Mets. And I believe the Phillies actually are spending more than the Yankees this year in total payroll when you calculate the luxury tax and everything else. So, of course, they're under pressure. Dave Dombrowski, for me, he could be gone after this year. He could be gone after next year. But the writing's on the wall. The end of this is coming soon.
Look, when you start to talk about pressure, the first thing that goes to my mind is expectations, right? And, like, are we unfair with the expectations? I don't think so here in Philadelphia. And I would say it comes right back to John Middleton because his expectations are that this team that he put together, that he's spending money on, could compete for a World Series. And if they come up short...
So so your expectation is compete for a World Series.
Absolutely.
My expectation is compete for a World Series.
Yes.
Ray, your expectation is...
Compete for a World Series.
What is the Eagles' expectation? Win a Super Bowl.
Win a Super Bowl.
Win a Super Bowl.
Yes.
That's their expectation. Our expectation of this team is, well, you know, I never know what happens.
We got a really good club.
You get there, you know, the umpire doesn't make a bad call, and he apologizes to JT, and the ball goes to third base instead of first base, and if Nick Castellanos, when I got the it's the Dave Dombrowski, but and he's not. By the way, he's not wrong.
He's content.
He is. He believes that you do what you do. You make the moves at the trade deadline. From there, It's whether or not the team gels, the pitchers pitch well, the guys start to hit. It's out of his hands. And that was his attitude after the season. Well, like, and like the level of urgency for Dave and then compared to the Eagles, and the Eagles won. You would think there's less pressure on the Eagles. They just won a Super Bowl, and they won 2 straight NFC East. And yet the expectation of the Eagles, they're under more pressure than everybody every year.
I love it.
We're firing the coach and benching the quarterback because during the season.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they're still under pressure, but the expectation's a lot different with the Phillies, right?
Should we be holding them to a higher expectation then?
I don't think you can. You can.
Well, the cop-out is the Dodgers. That's the issue for a lot of people, and I say remove that.
I just don't think they're good enough.
So if we do remove the Dodgers, are they good enough? Like, let's just pretend that the Dodgers don't exist.
This is.
So
you said
sad.
this about the Eagles, Ray, and you got it. It went off on Instagram Reels,
Right.
But like, the Phillies are the Phillies' biggest enemy. The Phillies really are going to be who determine where they go in 2026. How do the Phillies win a World Series? Honest question. How do they win a World Series? What's the scenario?
Somebody knocks out the Dodgers?
So I don't even, like. It also could be matchups, right? But it also could be like I think the Phillies win the World Series because the lineup gets hot, the bullpen's nasty, and you get good starting pitching. That's how they win. That's the scenario. Dave Dombrowski's like, well, you don't know if that's going to happen until you get in it, and he's right. But because y'all like, do they have the best team in baseball? Do they have the best roster in baseball? Do they have the best offense in baseball? No,
They got a really good club.
We got a really good club.
they don't. So it's hard from where we are right now to say, yeah, the Phillies, because I don't think they should win the World Series. They're not the best team.
No. Hell, they're odds. They're not even best team in their division.
Yeah, they're the third. They're the third shortest odds in the NL East.
My take on winning the World Series, though, real quick, Ray, is starting pitching.
They easily could win a World Series.
Like, starting pitching is awesome still. Like, Sanchez, if he takes a step up, right, which people are predicting he could, Wheeler bounces back.
He was the Cy Young runner-up last year.
Okay, so even if he returns,
he's that, yeah.
status quo, of course, we know potentially what Nola could bring, Painter. Like, there are a lot of pluses when it comes to the start. Lizardo, excuse me.
It's the season of the glass being half full. If a lot of these cups are half full at the end of the season, they can win a World Series.
There's a lot of cups right now.
There are. Who are the cups?
Garcia, bounce back season.
Big cup.
Bryce Harper, career year.
I mean, am I the only one that looks at Bryce Harper and looks at his career numbers and say you're most likely going to get a 30-home run Bryce Harper and not a career year Bryce Harper?
There's a better Bryce Harper than last year.
Yes.
Agreed. Totally agree.
All right, so he had 27 last year, right? So
Okay.
30's
Okay.
not. I need more than 30.
All right, so let's do glass half full. Bryce Harper, half full, half empty.
Half full.
Full.
Garcia, half full, half empty.
My cup runneth over on both of them boys right there.
Garcia, half full, half empty.
I'm biased. The man's on my fantasy baseball team. I kind of need it, you know?
Those pipes, dude. Come on, man. He's hitting 80.
And he's going to have an on-base percentage of 260.
That's all right. 80 bombs in the first half.
And again, this isn't being negative. I don't think Garcia is going to be any different than Nick Castellanos. Maybe a little bit more power. Nick Castellanos is a better hitter. You do realize that, right?
To be fair,
He's a better approach at the plate. He's a better hitter.
if Castellanos had more power, I think we all would still be in love.
I don't think anybody was in love with.
Oh, man, that flailing.
But
no.
Garcia, look at Garcia's numbers last year. He didn't hit 30 home runs with an on-base percentage of 280.
I know. I played a league where it's on base and slugging. I watch that on base get taken down every week by that guy.
Honest expectations. Aaron Nola. Aaron Nola's returning to the every other near
Feeling
Nola.
good, man. Only one start. I saw Gelb's story. One start for Team Italy. That's it.
Ray's got
one serving of meatballs, and then we're ready to go for the season.
Ray's got a Team Italy WBC jersey with Nola.
I got an Italy shirt. I'll come in with it.
This is Radio Bit Ray with Nola. He doesn't really believe that.
Oh, he's all Nola.
I'm more committed to Otto Kemp than you are and Aaron Nola.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. I'm not going to the absurd.
What's absurd about Otto Kemp?
25 home runs?
I didn't say that. Maybe I said it, but everybody knows. You're damn right.
If I went up to 100 people in downtown Philadelphia, Center City, with a picture of Otto Kemp, how many people are telling me it's Otto Kemp?
None.
I'm just curious.
How many people are cursing at you if you do it with a picture of Nola?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
More with Nola.
Yeah,
but
people.
No, they're upset
Anyway.
with Nola. They don't have a feeling
All
towards
right,
Kemp.
Who are the other? Alec Boehm, glass half full, because I
Yes.
think he's a good player.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a good player.
I True, I wanted Alec Boehm traded, but that's because I don't want him as my long-term third baseman. He's not a bad player. Boehm is still an above-average hitter. The power's not there. He's produced before as RBIs. I don't know how anybody could have the realistic expectation of they're a favorite to win the World Series. We know in baseball that you can be the hot team and win a World Series. I've seen it too many times. Like in football, you need to be the best team. Mm-hmm. The Seahawks didn't get hot at the right time and caught lightning in a bottle. No, they were the best team. They were a really, really good team. You should have seen it coming. Darnold was the one thing that you kept saying he's going to turn back into Sam Darnold. No, he really didn't need to be anything. That team was as good as defensively as the Eagles were the previous year, if not better. So, like in football, to me, it feels a little bit different. In the NBA, the Sixers aren't contenders for anything other than maybe making the playoffs or making the playoffs, right? Like how many teams in the NBA you can say are true title contenders?
I don't know how many of them exist in the East.
Not a lot.
The Pistons, as much as I don't want to give the Pistons credit, I watched them wallop the Knicks.
That's a great team. Start believing in the Pistons.
I know.
They had the best record at the All-Star break in the East.
I know. And they had that veteran presence in Tobias Harris, man. I mean, he's unbelievable. Going 4-16.
That stat floating around that he's got more career points than Kawhi.
I mean,
he's the same draft because his availability, I guess. Availability is his best ability. He's been out there. I didn't want to buy it.
One of the best players I've ever seen put on a Sixers uniform, Tobias Harris. He's tremendous.
One more on the Phillies here, and I know that, so it's what if, right? This team is filled with the what if. That's should be the theme of this year.
The what if Phillies.
The what if Phillies. The what if window is open.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if they have, I mean, God forbid they don't make the playoffs, heads are going to roll.
Yes.
But I just don't want to be in the same situation where we're back next year after the season's over and Dombrowski's doing the same press conference and they're bringing back the same team.
We have a good club.
Right? Because really the only thing, are you going to move on from players after next year? Who are you moving on from? Stott? I don't even know. Bohms wouldn't be back.
It's funny because I look at this season, the regular season, and I've yelled about this before, and it's a frustration Friday, so get it off your chest. But, I feel like we don't enjoy the regular seasons enough. And then here we have the Sixers, and they're doing what they're doing. Who the hell wants to watch that and go through that on a nightly basis? But we all do put ourselves through the pain. The Phillies, 162, yeah, last year was fun. I had fun last year.
Me too.
All right. If that happens again this year, I'm in. Win the division, let's go. Yeah, I'm going to be irked or a little bit more than irked come October, come late
I enjoyed
September.
the season last year.
But it was a fun season.
They won 96 games.
We have to enjoy that season.
If they're winning.
96 games is winning.
But if they win 90.
That's fun.
If they're a playoff team, I'm going to enjoy it.
Correct.
The Phillies came the closest to winning a World Series when they didn't win the NL East, when they didn't have the most wins.
It's fun to revisit that season, John, because it really does open your eyes to a lot of hey, man, you never know. 87 wins, and they're competing for a World Series, and they had a golden opportunity to win that World Series.
And they get back to another one that they could have won, and it's been kind of downhill since then.
Yes, it has.
All right, let's go to Ish. Ish has something on the 76ers. Actually, it's one of the things I said yesterday, why I looked at the line and I'm like, well, it's easy to see why that line is short. The Hawks didn't have anybody at All-Star Weekend, and Tyrese Maxey, Edgecombe, and maybe some of the other guys got away, and they looked sluggish last night, especially early. Let's go to Ish. What's up, Ishy?
Hey, John, Sean, how's everybody doing?
Hi.
What's up, Ish?
Hey, yeah, I just think it was a disappointing game just coming out of the All-Star All-Star game, the Atlanta game yesterday. It's just it's a little slow right now. I'm actually a little excited about the Philly season. The Sixers, they have to play, and I hate the record without us having Embiid, us losing without him, because I thought we was actually doing good when he wasn't playing. So now it's looking like with our record that we need him on the court, which is it's hard for us to count on him. It's a repeating thing every year, and I'm just tired of it. That's it.
It's tiresome. Hang on. So Embiid being injured, Tyrese Maxey, and everything else, that's part of the expectation. How can you have any like Sean? They've already peaked. Sean already declared them true championship contenders.
Yeah.
And now he realizes that was the peak of the season, like 3 weeks ago.
Foot in mouth, man. Ever since that damn game against the Houston Rockets, everything has gone south.
Yep.
He predicted it too early.
Yep.
And is there Irish Yacht Rocker in the house?
How
Is Ray
about that?
Ray's here.
Ray, man. Ray is like a little album.
Ray just gives you nothing now. Uh-oh.
I didn't even hear what he said.
I think
Where are you?
He's ordering. He said a
He's
Wendy's.
ordering, yeah. What do you order?
Oh, I'm at Dunkin' Donuts.
What's your order?
Small coffee with 8 sugars and 2 creams and 2 milk.
No, come on. You don't do 8 sugars.
I just did.
In a small?
Yeah.
That little cup that's not even the styrofoam, they have to give you the paper
You
cup?
get coffee with that sugar?
Yeah. Thank you.
All right, Ish.
Oh, that explains a lot.
People say to me, they're like, "Oh, hey, John, would you like some coffee with that cream?"
That was a dad joke. I find myself
They
saying a
say
lot.
it to me in the office still.
Yeah, I say a lot of
Ray sets people up to say it too.
You have
mean-
a kid and you automatically start telling bad jokes.
I don't have a kid. I just see him walking around with half of the basket of creamer.
I
and
put
it's-
I put 4 or 5 creamers in my coffee.
Right.
Yeah,
MMR's down there wondering what happened to all the creamer.
yeah, I use it. How about that?
I just splash a little whatever is up there. Like, you know what? It's funny you bring that up. Today at the Wawa, they didn't have anything like it was empty. It was ransacked. I don't know what took place today. They had light cream, so I grabbed the light cream.
Oh, I do the light cream in the pink.
It tasted different, and it wasn't bad.
Well, it's not milk and cream. It's light cream.
So I use heavy cream to cook. I don't think I've ever used light cream.
Yeah, light cream is not for cooking because I have heavy whipping cream. I've actually used that in coffee when I'm out of half and half. I use half and half at home when I go to
Is half and half light cream?
half and half is milk
Yeah.
and cream. I don't know what makes the
So
cream
wouldn't
light.
that kind of be like in the light territory?
I'm not sure what makes light cream light.
It was good. It was a pleasant surprise because I just grab whatever. I splash whatever. I'm a splasher, no sugar, no nothing. You know what I'm doing these days is I go and I like soda fountain it, and I'll do whatever the special concoction that they have, the coffee flavor, so the cream or the they got like a vanilla flavor.
Yeah, they're good.
And then I go top it off with the regular.
Yeah, I mix it up too.
Yeah.
Light cream's considered light because it has a lower milk fat content. So so half and half's milk and cream. Light cream is just it's not as,
All right.
There you go.
I went to the doctor yesterday.
Oh yeah, the GLP talk.
Yeah.
So what'd they say? You on it?
He won't prescribe it for me.
Well, I said that to you.
Yeah.
Oh, you got to go. I told you weren't heavy enough.
But I am.
You have to be
I'm
obese. Yeah, but Sean,
I am.
just go to any. Do we have any ones that advertise with us? Just go to one of those, and then you get the nurse practitioner or whoever that you meet with. They're like, "Hey, want to lose weight?" They're like, "Okay," and then you get it.
Let's go hit our boy up and be like, "Yo, you got any connects for GLP-1s?"
Dude, the advertisements are everywhere.
Yeah, no, you can get it from anybody.
Well, he said that to me. And I respect my doctor and I appreciate his knowledge and I trust him. I've been going to him for years, and he's like, "Dude, come on, man."
No, the GLPs are for people that legitimately that are obese and like, hey, you have diabetes. You should lose.
Serena
100
was
pounds.
winning MVP tournaments, and now she's on my screen dancing. Like,
Right.
if it's good enough for Serena, it's good enough for me.
But if she would have went to your doctor, the doctor probably would have said no.
That's correct.
The car I was on the Broad Street line last night, every advertisement is people jabbing themselves with the GLP-1. And it's like lost X amount of pounds. And it's a different person in each ad. There's like only 4 or 5 ad spaces inside the Broad Street line car, and it's all that.
I think everybody knows somebody that's used it and lost either a significant amount of weight.
Sure.
Like, what it feels like is that most people are being like, hey, rather than eating right and working out to lose 15 pounds, I'm going to stick myself. And it works.
Hey, man, whatever gets you to the finish line is the way I look at it.
I don't think there's anything wrong with
No,
it.
I know that. That's where my theory was. I respect and I appreciated my doctor putting me in check. He's like, dude, you work out daily. Stop eating like a fool. Like, all right, cool.
Right.
So now I'm trying to control that a little bit, and I need to drink more water.
All right, drink more water.
Yes.
Coming up, it's that time. If you want Dave Matthew Band's tickets, we're playing Show Wars. We'll take caller number 7 and caller number 8 at 610-632-0975. 610-632-0975. You don't have to do anything other than decide if you're aligning yourself with Sean and Nate or Ray and Dutz. 610-632-0975. Caller 7 or 8 right now on that phone number. When we come back, Show Wars on Middays with Marks. Don't go anywhere.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Starting with a loss summary, done with this Fanatic Sports Update. The 76ers came back from the All-Star break and lost last night at home to the Atlanta Hawks, 117-107. Tyrese Maxey scored 28 points. VJ come at 20 points in the loss. Jalen Johnson with 32 points for the Hawks. Maxey talking after the game about the difficulty of being without Embiid.
Playing multiple styles of basketball, and that's why I said for myself like a couple games ago, like it's weird, you know, I done had a successful year, but I played 3 different roles.
They're going to start a 3-game road trip tomorrow in New Orleans against the Pelicans at 7 o'clock. You can hear that game right here on the Fanatic. Eagles yesterday found out that both Lane Johnson and Landon Dickerson will be back in 2026 after reportedly contemplating retirement. Combine begins next week for the NFL. Phillies spring training schedule gets started tomorrow. Their first game at home is on Sunday. That'll be televised on NBC Sports Philadelphia. And the Union season begins tomorrow night in D.C. against D.C. United. This update is brought to you by Positive Coaching Alliance. Questions about youth or high school sports? Positive Coach Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit organization, develops better athletes, better people through youth and high school sports. Info at positivecoach.org. I'm Ray Dunn, your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
not yacht rock.
This isn't yacht rock.
This was a request from
This is a
Brendan
good song.
Petrelli, so
Okay.
Yeah, it's a
I'm
good
throwing
song.
him under the bus immediately.
Yeah. It's not a yacht rock jam per se, but strong.
Yeah, you can play it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let the music play, Johnny. Let the music play.
All right, we're waiting on Dutz, but
What's he doing?
he had to go get his headphones from the car. And I'm like, oh, are you that guy that can't wear somebody else's headphones?
We
He's
have
like, "Yeah."
we got headphones. It's a radio studio. It's a radio show.
Probably why he doesn't want to wear somebody else's headphones. I can appreciate. I mean, I just put on headphones that are here. I'm not bringing my own headphones because they've been broken or stolen.
You know what I love? The radio terminology when people work in the industry and they call them cans.
Cans.
Yeah, cans.
Hey, where are my cans?
Get my cans.
I don't respect radio hosts that wear just the earbuds.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, the wires, the earbuds.
The old iPhone
Francesa.
earbuds.
Yeah.
You can't do it. Well, no, Evan, what's his name up in WFAN? Like a lot of those guys.
Tierney.
No, I mean, you're
Yeah,
taking a shot at one of our own.
Who?
You know who uses them?
No.
Mike Gill.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think I took a shot at him on the air. He told me it was because of some ear problem he has.
Is he on a camel still?
I don't think
He's
so.
in Egypt.
He's
Yeah.
made another round to Egypt
He went
somewhere.
live via camel.
I didn't see that.
That
It
was
was, it was incredible.
He's the best.
He was on a camel. I don't
Is he
think I'll
smoking camels like Ray?
I don't think I'll ever ride a camel in my life, so I got to give him a little love on that.
All right, Ray, do we have everything set up here? Because we're doing something here that we haven't done really ever before. We have everybody on the show right now. We have Dutsy, our YouTube producer. We have Nate Tennyson, our associate producer. We have Sean. We have Ray, and we have Middays with Marks. That's me.
Hey, now.
All
Want me to
right.
turn on these twos, Mike?
Yeah, that's what
Sure.
I'm saying.
All right.
So
Now you have to watch what you say.
all right. So all the mics are on. We're playing for a pair of Dave Matthew Band tickets. Call now, not call now. Summer Tour 2026. They're on sale now. The concert's Friday, July 10th at Freedom Mortgage Pavilion. Tickets on sale for both Friday and Saturday shows right now at Ticketmaster.com.
I'm in.
Or Ticketmaster. So check it out. So here's what we're doing. And we have two callers on the line that are going to be competing. Here's the game. So I have picked the teams. You guys didn't pick the teams.
All right.
All right. It is Sean and Nate against Ray and Dutsy.
Let's go.
All right. The category, stay off your phones. The category that I asked ChatGPT for is the top Philadelphia Phillies since the year 2000.
The year 2000.
Now, keep this in mind. It's ChatGPT's answers, not mine or anybody else's. All right?
Yeah.
So I have used one of the generators online to determine who's going to go first, and it is going to be Sean and Nate going first.
All right.
All right? 3 strikes, first team to 3 strikes, you lose. First team to 5 correct answers, you win.
Okay.
That's simple. There's 10 total answers. First team to 5 correct wins, or first team to 3 loses. Make sense?
Yes. Could we get the topic one more time? Because I was trying to set Tutsy up while you
Top-
said
What it is.
Top 10 Phillies since the year 2000.
Okay.
The year 2000.
All right. So Justin we'll just say Justin. Justin, who are you taking? Are you going to go Ray and Dutz, or are you going Sean and Nate?
I'm going Ray and Dutz.
Oh, all right, Justin.
Hell yeah.
You know what, Justin? I didn't want you on my team anyway.
So my question is it because Ray's really smart, or because Sean's like Gronk?
Ray performs, yeah.
Ray's a performer.
He's a 1 seed. In this one, I would put him as the 1 seed. Yeah,
All
absolutely.
right, hang on a second, Justin. Are you a performer, Ray? Are you?
I rise to the occasion for sure.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Nate, I don't know much about Nate other than he's negative and he's a soccer fan, which I appreciate both, believe it or not. However, we're about to find out true seeding. Like I said, I could say Ray's a 1 seed. I'm not trying to say I'm automatically the 2 seed. I don't know much about Dutz, except he's got gray hair. Other than that, we're about to find out about the kid.
I'm very happy to have Ray on my team.
Right.
If that says enough, then there you
He's
go.
very young. Let's go to Tony. Tony, so that means by default you have Sean and Nate. Do you have confidence in having Sean and Nate?
Let's go, Tone.
Oh, we're good. We're good.
That's
All
what
right.
I'm talking about.
All right, well, hang on a second, Tony.
Felt that.
Ray, let's get a little music to play. Show Wars. All right. Yep. Since the year 2000, top 10 Philadelphia Phillies. And we said we're starting with Sean
Correct.
and Nate. Give us an answer. You can decide. You can go individually. It's up to you guys.
Love it.
Sean?
Yeah.
You go first.
Oh, just naming.
Yeah, so you guys are going to go back and forth. So I'm going to start with you.
Yeah.
You give an answer. It's either correct or it's incorrect.
All right, top Phillies from 2000.
And then we'll go to Ray and we'll go to Dutz. Sorry if I didn't explain it great.
Go for it. Name one.
Jimmy Rollins.
Jimmy Rollins, of course, is correct. Number 2 on the list.
J-Roll.
All right, we're going to go to Dutz and Ray.
I mean, we want to just take Chase Utley off the board here, right?
Yep.
I feel like that's a logical one.
Chase
Yep.
Utley's correct. All right, who do we got next?
I'll go with this one. His name is the Big Piece, Ryan Howard.
Correct. Number 5 on the list.
Okay.
All right, these are chalk. These are easy. All right, Ray and Dutz.
All right, do we want to go a little more current? Go Bryce Harper?
Yeah, I was going to say that. Yep.
Bryce Harper's correct. He's number 4 on the list. Number 4 for Bryce Harper since 2000, huh?
Number 4 is interesting. All right.
All right, so you each had 2 correct answers?
That is correct, sir.
All right, go ahead, Sean. And
Negative Nate, you got to play?
Yeah, I got Kyle Schwarber.
Kyle Schwarber makes the list at number 10.
Wow.
3
That's
correct
strong.
answers
The heart was beating on that
for the
one,
team
Nate.
of Sean and Nate. All right, Ray and Dutz.
All right, Dutz, you want to start rolling with starting pitching here?
Howard? You want to go Howard?
You want to go I mean, Halladay is one you could go with. That would be...
What do you think, Dutz?
You don't think Noah's on the list, do you?
No, I'm not taking that
Yeah,
risk
you're not
right now.
going
That's
right
not
now,
a risk
right?
on our third answer. I love Noah, but let's be real here.
Anything other than Howard you got over there, Ray?
3 seconds.
Go with Halladay. Why not?
Roy Halladay's correct. Number 3 on the list.
Number 1 has not been mentioned.
Yeah, he has.
Oh, and that was
Chase?
Yeah, Chase.
Okay, so Chase was number 1. All right.
So far, Chase.
Yep.
Was Jimmy said?
Yep.
I guess I should be keeping track of this.
Sorry.
Roy Halladay.
Yep.
Harper.
Yep.
You said the big piece.
Yep.
And Kyle Schwarber.
Yep.
So that's 1 through 5 and 10. So we have 4 left. 6 through 9.
I got one here, Nate.
I got one too.
What are you thinking?
Go another pitcher.
You want to go another pitcher? Who are you going to go with?
Go Cole Hamels.
Cole Hamels on the list at number 6.
Good call, Nate. Good call.
So do we have 4?
They have 4, yeah.
So if they get one more correct answer, they win.
How about
Right.
that?
And we're at 3.
And you're
they
at
went
3, and
first.
it's out of control, but they would have to get the next
That's
answer
it.
correct.
The math. The math's mathin'.
Well, yeah, I understand. You guys went first. You got 4 for
The
4. I'm
math
very
is
proud of you
mathin'.
guys.
Yeah.
All right, Ray and Dutz.
Upset City.
Dutsy, you want to...
Once again, the question is the top 10 Philadelphia Phillies since the year 2000.
Are we allowed to ask what places are left on the list, what numbers are left on the list?
Number 7, number 8, and number 9.
What, go Zach Wheeler?
That's what I'm going to say, yeah.
Yeah, I'll go Zach Wheeler.
Zach Wheeler is incorrect.
All right, so it's a bad list.
And again, this is
There you go.
ChatGPT. Yes.
I thought...
So help me God.
Cy
If
Young
Aaron
runner-up-
Noah's on that list, I'm going to lose it. I'm
All
going to lose
right.
my mind.
So here's what's at stake.
Yeah.
And Tony, you could win it right here.
Yeah.
Top 10 Phillies since 2000. You get this correct, you win. If you don't, these guys get a chance to stay alive.
All right. So top Phillies from 2000, according
Since 2000.
ChatGPT here, Nate. I feel like Bobby Abreu's got to be listed. I feel like he has to be on this list. However, right, we're looking at guys like Brad Lidge. We're looking at guys. No, you're not feeling it. Where you at? What are you thinking?
I'm not going Lidge because that was
Do you like
such
Bobby?
a short amount. I'd rather go Bobby than Lidge, but I'm going to have you answer this one.
Negative Nate, and I agree. Bobby Abreu.
For the win. He did not make the list, Sean Brace. Strike number 1.
That's such a bad list.
What?
I hate ChatGPT.
I'm really confused now. I can't lie to you.
What?
So, I mean, screw Bobby Abreu making this list. Come on, give me a
Screw
break.
Bobby Abreu.
Come
Yeah,
on.
Screw Scott Rowland, too. The team
Yeah.
wasn't good.
So, you have a strike, so this wouldn't eliminate you. But if you get this correct, you're certainly alive and would have 4 correct answers.
Right. Yeah, no, we need this one. Dutsy, let's start working here. What do we got?
Want to go current, or you want to? Because older, I'm blanking here.
Which
Yeah,
is why I have Ray involved in the conversation.
Yes.
So but current, where are you going current? I can't give like Trey Turner a nod here.
No.
Otherwise,
I guess
ChatGPT
there's no one
should be
current.
thrown
It's
in the
finally
ocean.
gotten tough.
I know it's not Aaron Noah. I'll stop saying
You know
that. I don't
what?
like you throwing it in my
Hey, he's top 5. If they're just compiling numbers online, top 5 all-time home runs for the organization. He's an old city legend. He wore number 5.
Ooh.
I mean, do we want to see if Pat the Bat is a part of this?
Yeah.
He won a World Series.
Go for
Don't
it.
get burled.
Pat Burrell did not make the top 10 list. That's strike number 2.
Strike 2.
Guys, you get it, you win, and Tony wins.
Nate, what are you feeling?
I'm just trying to dig into my brain because I played so much MLB Await the Show
All right.
when I was in 3rd and 4th grade.
Number 7, number 8, and number 9 on this list is still out there.
Are you thinking pitching? Because I have a pitcher in mind, but I want to hear you. You go. What you got?
Thinking, what year are you thinking for that?
Well, what do you have? You can say, maybe you don't want to give away some.
Yeah, I want to get where his brain is at. Where you at? What are you thinking?
I'm thinking between. Oh, I got one. Cliff Lee.
That's where I was going.
That's good.
That's where I was going. Give me it right here.
Cliff Lee.
Give me it right here.
This is for the game.
Give me both.
Not yet. Not yet.
Cliff Lee's correct. Number 7 on the list. It's an upset. Tony wins the tickets. Tony.
Let's go, fellas. That was clutch.
All right, man. Hang on a second. Congratulations. Cliff Lee, number 7. All right, so give me some guesses at 8 and 9.
You got
Joe Blanton. Joe Blanton's got to be up there.
JT make this list?
Did not.
I thought JT would be one of them.
I will say this. This name was mentioned multiple times, and it was poo-pooed as he's not making the list. And then I thought Ray afterwards was going to say, no, we should, because this is compiling numbers.
Compiling numbers for a player.
Longevity and production.
So Nola.
Aaron Nola's number 9 on the list.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nutsy, you had it.
I knew
Nola
it.
made
I
the
knew he was
list.
up there. I knew it.
And the one player that number 8 on the list is considered an underrated glue guy. Hit .333 in the 2008 postseason.
Victorino?
Handled elite rotations.
Oh, Ruiz.
Ruiz at 8. All right.
I love Carlos, but
I would have never guessed that. Just missed is Brad Lidge, who was not mentioned but thought about being mentioned. JT, Victorino, and Wheeler. Wheeler belongs on this list ahead of Zach Wheeler's the best signing in Phillies history. Might be the best free agent signing in Phillies history.
Yeah.
He's been a top 3 starter since they signed him.
Yeah.
And longevity-wise, compared to the other top-end guys, Halladay and Lee that are on that list, we've seen more of Wheeler. Wheeler's one of the best postseason pitchers of all time. Whatever. You know what? Is ChatGPT.
It's ChatGPT. That's
why
you
I
have to
use my own intelligence and not artificial.
That's why I said Aaron Nola. I just figured longevity, production, had some solid years early on.
Well, Ray, your own intelligence didn't work in this game.
Well, no, because I'm trying to go artificial.
Right.
It didn't work.
That's
real.
right.
I'm real here.
But your instinct was the data.
My instinct was my own thought.
And my fault for a guy that made 2 back-to-back All-Star games in 04 and 05 for the franchise. Yeah.
No, Bobby was a great answer.
Okay, thank you.
No,
I thought Victorino would be on the
Was
list.
that
was gonna be my
overthinking?
next
Yeah,
guess.
but
It was
over who?
Overthinking it from the ChatGPT
Yeah,
perspective.
from the artificial thought.
Okay,
that
no,
Bobby
not from that
Abreu.
because he was. I mean, Bobby Abreu was a really good Philly.
But he tallied up numbers, is
didn't
my
have
point.
the postseason. Didn't have any postseason.
Oh, now we're getting into the thick of it. But as far as a top 10 ChatGPT, top Phillies from 2000, top, I thought for sure he would be on that list.
Roy Halladay's 3, despite the shorter term. And remember, when he was done, he was done.
Doc was the man.
He had a perfect game and a postseason no-hitter. And he was a Cy Young. He's the best pitcher I've ever seen. And I was young when Steve Carlton started to get cooked when I was young. And he won 3 Cy Youngs. Roy Halladay is as dominant a player I've ever seen in this.
Well, you remember how dominant Cliff was, and then they brought in Roy, and it was like, wait a minute, wow.
When they got rid of Cliff.
Yeah.
And they brought in Roy instead.
Correct,
But that first year they traded for Cliff Lee at the trade deadline, he was unbelievable.
It was insane how easy he was striking people out.
All right. Well, Tony, congratulations, guys. Thank you.
Yeah.
Go get his information in the back. All right, Show Wars.
Team Nate.
Sean and Nate with the first victory.
The tandem that you don't want to face right here.
That's what people were saying all over the internet.
Negative Nate, nice work. He didn't even want to fist bump me. Did you see that?
Nope.
That's how
The game wasn't over yet. I don't want to jinx it.
I want to celebrate, Nate. I'm a vibes guy.
Well, that's what Sean does. He declares the Sixers as
Eastern contenders, and then they
correct,
lose
as
every game.
title contenders. And then
Are the Union competing this year? That's what I really want to know, Nate.
no, we don't want to know that. Thank you, Nate. You guys go do a podcast on that.
You know what's ironic is that I posted that video about Sean not apologizing to Joel Embiid yet, and then a couple days later he goes down.
Right.
After the
Yeah.
Suns
No,
game.
No, that's
So
not
actually
ironic.
Worked out
It's not.
perfectly for you. There you go.
It is his fault. All right, guys. Well, appreciate it, and congratulations to Tony. I think we'll have more tickets to give away later on. Can you use them next week, or because the tickets are already
Charlie's
on
tapped
sale.
in, so he'll let me
was
know
good.
whether or not we can.
Yeah, the
But-
tickets are on sale. Ticketmaster.com.
Nice work, boys.
There you go. Good job.
Which, by the way, Petrelli's out on Yacht Rock Friday.
He is?
He said he's done. He might be shirtless back there right now. But he said there's too many rules for Yacht Rock Friday. He's abandoned.
No, there's no rules.
Once it's the summer, there won't be rules.
Correct.
That's when there's no
Very relaxed Friday around here.
no shoes.
Yeah.
Come in here barefoot.
I'm going to have suntan lotion on the nose only.
All right, there you go. So it's fantastic that the 1 week that we decide we're going to go away via plane.
Oh, yeah.
Me and my family, first trip to Disney.
Yep.
So if we would have went last week, and just so everybody knows, I planned this vacation before I took this job. So I planned after the Super Bowl and a potential parade just because in case I did have a job in the media.
Correct.
But so I didn't the week of the Super Bowl. I'm not going to.
Dude, Disney, you got to book months in advance.
So I had no idea. So we booked it, and if we would have booked it last Monday, because we're going Monday through Friday.
Mm-hmm.
If I would have booked it last Monday through Friday, it was in the 80s all week. It was sunny, and the weather was great. So now there's this big storm where we could get a couple inches, we could get a foot, we could get 3, whatever it is. There's going to be a snow event.
The school just sent out the email, Johnny.
That's going to be.
Dear families, we are currently watching the weather for Sunday evening into Monday.
Yeah, on Monday they're going to be, what do they call it? Remote. Or they're going to be doing the school from home.
What are you going to be doing? That's the question.
Well, leave it up to my luck that they're calling for a storm Sunday into Monday when my flight is Monday morning.
Hey, do me a favor.
God.
Just meet up with my wife in the airport, too. You guys are going to be stuck
Oh, yeah,
together.
that's right. She's
got
away
a
on business.
big business trip that has been bothering her for months now out in Vegas, where they don't get any free time. It's literally 4 straight days of just work, and it is. And she's not a gambler, so it's like, okay, I got to fly to Vegas to do work, but now you guys are going to be stuck in the airport together.
Well, I hope not.
I hope not for both.
So I think the plan right now is to get a hotel room at the airport on Sunday night, and then that way we can have our car down there. Well, yeah, because a lot of the places they'll charge you to park, but they have a shuttle that takes you to the airport. So if I was going to go get a shuttle anyway at like a Wally Park or something like that, I can do it at a hotel, and they just drop me off and then drop me back.
And you guys got the room.
And we got the room, and then if the flight is delayed, we don't have to go. If we know the flight is going to be delayed in advance, then we can kind of take our time to go over rather than go in the morning.
That is next level thinking. I've never even heard anybody do that before.
Well,
nice work by
that's
you.
what I'm thinking right now. But if the process of going to Disney wasn't a lot as it is, you have no idea. Wait till you do it.
I did.
Did you?
I did last year.
Oh, that's right. You did go to Disney last year.
Sober.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I did Disney without a beer. How about that?
But anyway, when I
saved a lot of money.
When I asked for recommendations for a therapist, I mean it's somewhat related to Disney, but like seriously, the online therapists aren't going to help enough with this. Like Jesus, man. Oh, it's a real
happiest
problem.
place in the world, Johnny.
Well, once we get there, I'm really excited to go with the kids, but now on top of it already kind of being stressful.
Oh yeah.
Now there's a potential huge snowstorm, and who's going to shovel we'll get back to the hotel, and our car will be, plowed in with snow.
Yeah, you're going to deal with that.
Anyway, maybe I need to put it in the garage. That's actually
well. Look, ultimately, this storm has been discussed that it could go out to the ocean in the Atlantic,
We don't know.
gone, but it is real. It's definitely there. It could potentially dump on us as well. I wish you guys the best.
Thank you.
Yeah,
thank you. Yeah, I'm sure we'll have a fantastic time. Ray, have you been to Disney World before?
Yes, I think twice.
So you went as a kid?
Yeah.
I didn't go anywhere as a kid. I went to Disney World as with the senior class trip.
Yeah, same.
And that was it. And then I went actually with Mike Miss. We did the Wide World of Sports rebranding. We did a Radio Row down there.
Yep.
Chad Johnson came on the air and cursed.
I was on the board.
Were you on the board for that?
Yeah.
Yeah, he cursed. He didn't realize that we didn't care.
Ocho, major media member these days, still
Yeah,
creating
man,
headlines.
He's awesome.
Ralia.
Yeah. So that's what I have going on right now. So you guys will be in next week.
I'm told. Yeah, I'll be here on Monday. You let me know what else you need from me. I'm around Thursday, Friday with Ray in the big chair.
All right. Well, there you go. So some text line reaction to everything, Ray, and then we have the news at noon coming up, and then we have to decide a winner from the contest we put out there. Now, Sean, earlier in the week, as many people know, I like parody songs to go with a lot of stuff on the show. So we asked someone to create a parody song for the news at noon. And we said, however you get the audio to us, it doesn't even have to be produced. Just sing it into your phone and send us a text message, which a number of people did. We have our finalists that we're going to vote on. Are we ready for this? Did Nate produce and everything? Are we ready to go?
We've got them ready. They will be ready to go by the time we get to them at 12:10.
Good answer. So after the news at noon, we're going to play them, and then we're going to vote. Maybe we can even include the text line on who should win it, and then we'll have that as a part of the news at noon open.
Yeah.
There you go.
Alternate them. We're going to continue with yesterday's open because I just want to hear it one more time.
Okay. All right. It sounds good.
Yeah.
So we've talked a lot today about a lot of stuff, from the wink from A.J. Brown that was heard around Philadelphia. People are very angry, to the 76ers and their lack of energy last night, and it's really a frustrating Friday with the weather and everything else. The Phillies, I think everybody admits they're not like, they're a World Series contender, but they're not like the Eagles being like win the Super Bowl. That's the expectation. So what's the text line saying so far today?
Yeah, Steve from Philly. Just trade Embiid because the team is faster. You enjoy the game more. Then it's Maxi's team, but he can't win when Embiid's on the floor. Let's just say the Sixers can't win anything without Embiid. And, stop saying trade him. So he's saying that we should stop saying trade Embiid. At first, it's trade Embiid, but really we shouldn't trade Embiid because they can't win anything without him on the floor.
So let me raise my hand. At the beginning of the year, I was definitely one of the vocal people saying, oh, my God, like, just let the young players play. Embiid changes the game. Like, he look at him coming up the floor. It changes the entire flow of the game and everything else. And now by game 60, you realize that they really need him if you expect this team to make the playoffs.
Yep.
Big time. And also, he's playing like an MVP again. He wasn't playing like that earlier in the season. When he's been on the floor, he's been tremendous almost every night.
Yeah, look, and I know that you somewhat don't want to hear it, but I promise you, like, I know I'd feel a little bit differently if Paul George was in the lineup. I really do. I'm not trying to make him out to be Robin, even at this point in time of his career, but he was definitely playing. Again, I've referenced this a couple times already. I remember tweeting about him positively this year. I didn't do that at all last year.
Positive, Paul?
I haven't done that at all when it comes to Paul George's play. But he was deserving of some credit there. And I think if he was in the lineup, if he was able to play these last few games, definitely last night, I think that defensively that they would have found a way to win the game. Because even as ugly as it was, and the Hawks led for 75% of the game, it was still in reach in the fourth quarter, especially late. I think Paul George would have made a difference.
Oh, no, like I might have poo-pooed it before, but let's face it, Barlow had no points last night, I don't think.
Correct.
He had 1 point. I'm trying to pull up the box score right now.
Campaign
1 point.
0. You got good production from Grimes. Bona played well. He actually played well. Some are saying that he should have played a little bit more down the stretch. I'm not getting crazy here because you just look at this roster and you're like.
So this is your starting five last night. Barlow, Drummond, Oubre, Maxey Edgecombe, and you got bad Oubre last night. Yeah. And when you have good Oubre, man, you're pretty good. He's a good third piece.
Sure.
When you get bad Oubre, he's throwing the ball away, he's turning it over, he's making bad decisions. That's what you had last night. So, I don't know. Yeah, like Jabbar. Yeah, Paul George gives you 30 minutes of being Paul George. You can hit the three. Yeah, you can win that game last night. I agree.
Yeah.
Paul George is still a good player. It's just, is he a max player? Who's a better max player, Paul George or Tobias Harris, right?
Paul George.
Well, Tobias Harris at least was on the floor.
Yeah. Wow. Never got suspended.
For drugs.
It's one of the biggest disappointments in terms of the signing that we've seen.
Yeah. For sure.
Missed the playoffs last year.
And I remember saying, this isn't revisionist history. I pat myself on the back, but I just asked. I said, hang on a second. Why did the Clippers make him an offer it seemed like he was going to refuse? They did. I think they only offered him 2 years. They gave him an offer he probably knew he was going to refuse, and if he took it, then it's like, okay, well, that's not a bad deal for us.
Could you imagine? You just look at these contracts, dude. Jason Tatum has a player option in 2029 for $71. He's got a player option for $71 million.
Imagine not taking it.
Yeah, like
I'd rather not make $71 million. He might not, because he might get a better deal.
He might get a better deal.
Paul George has a $56 million player option in 27-28.
I imagine he'll take that one.
Yeah, what are the odds on that? What, minus 10,000?
What the hell is Major League Baseball doing? I get it. There's some good contracts, but these contracts, it's not these contracts.
Only 12 guys.
That's it.
Only 15 guys.
That's it.
Man.
That's it. All right, coming up, news at noon, and the parody opens. We'll find a winner, and you get a pair of Sixers tickets or Dave tickets, whatever it is. That's coming up next. Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Tough start to the second half. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. The 76ers lost last night 117-107 to the Hawks in the first game of the second half of their season. Tyrese Maxey at 28, BJ Edgecombe at 20. Jalen Johnson led the way for the Hawks with 32 points. And now the Sixers begin a 3-game road trip tomorrow in New Orleans against Pelicans at 7 o'clock. You can hear that game right here on the Fanatic. The Eagles yesterday found out both Lane Johnson and Lance Dickerson will be back in 2026 after reportedly contemplating retirement. Zach Berman was on with Kincade and Salciunas earlier today, talking about how that really doesn't impact the plans for offensive line drafting.
It would shock me if we were talking after the second day of the draft and they hadn't taken at least one and maybe two offensive linemen there. And I would imagine in the first 2 rounds, at least one.
NFL Combine begins next week. Phillies spring training, at least the schedule, 4 games, begins tomorrow. Their first home game is on Sunday, and the Union season begins tomorrow in D.C. against D.C. United. This update is brought to you by Straight Talk Wireless. Every now and then you find a deal where you can get more and pay less. Now that's a good deal. That's Straight Talk Wireless on Verizon's 5G network. Find it exclusively at Walmart and StraightTalk.com. I'm Ray Down, your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and The Fanatic.
Shuffle is a jam.
I remember my dad had a Boz Scaggs. It was his hits album. It was a cassette that he used to play, and he put in. It was in his car. I don't know if he ever put it in.
Boz Scaggs T-shirt. It might be actually a good item to add to the repertoire there.
Because it's a lot. There's a lot of F's today and Fridays. The alliteration is in full effect. It is a Flannel Friday.
Yep.
It's a Frustration Friday with the 76ers, and it's also a Yacht Rock Friday. Woo! There you go. And it's also a Noon at News Friday. So after the news at noon, you're going to hear the parodies that were sent in by the listeners that will be used in a rotating open. It's the News at Noon with Ray.
News at noon with Ray Dunn.
So I'm saying it's a tick off. That's what I was saying about yesterday. It's a tick off. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Still hits, though.
It still hits, but it's a News at Noon with Ray Dunn. 1, 2. News at Noon. Ray Dunn. Dun, dun, dun. That was a tick off. Go ahead, Ray.
All right. Sounds good. We'll get moving here with some NBA conversation. Al Horford had a chance to go back to play the Celtics, Warriors. The question arises, do you think you'll ever go back to the Celtics just to retire and enjoy the fact that you were a Boston Celtic? And he begins to go back to explain why he left in free agency, and he left it pretty cryptic for people to interpret why he might have departed.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of talked about that a little bit earlier, but for me, the decision has something, it's something that's deeper than just the basketball, stuff of it, and it's something that at some point I'll share, with people.
Ooh.
Dun, dun, dun.
At some point?
I mean, I'm totally cool with the fact that he and the Celtics aren't cool with each other because I hate both.
Yeah.
But
that's a good one.
He does kind of leave it up for what could you have possibly done to Al Horford, or what could Al Horford thought that he was entitled to at this point in his career?
Yeah, we didn't get to know Al Horford all that well. I feel like I knew his sister a lot more than I knew him. But I would think that Horford should be pretty happy with his run with the Celtics. He won a championship.
Oh, yeah.
He was there before, had a lot of success, went back, had a lot of success. They won.
Incredible career.
Yeah.
Hall of Famer. Hands down. Multiple championships, college, of course, NBA. 19-year career, boys.
Yeah. So I'm curious. The Celtics don't come off as being a bad franchise or a toxic franchise or anything like that. Is he just mad his departure?
Yeah, Mazzulla probably said something. They probably butted heads over something stupid, right?
I mean, they were doing the reset, right? They traded Drew, like that. Tatum was hurt.
And look at them. Aren't they, without Tatum, the number 2 team in the East?
Yeah, basically what they were.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah. They're going to add Tatum back. And
Yeah.
This is a team that could compete for a championship.
Maybe they get worse.
Do you know when Tatum is coming back, he's calling his own shot? I want to say it's on his birthday, too.
There's a
game that was flexed for NBC.
Correct. It's against the Sixers.
Because he's targeting the date to come back. So, like, literally, he's like, and I think it might be his birthday.
It's the NBA.
No, I know.
They do whatever they want.
But it has
league.
little to do with his health and more to do with, this is a great day to come back. Let's flex the game. That's a power move.
Yep.
I like it.
All right, speaking of power moves, NBA trying to take a power move on all these teams tanking. Stan Van Gundy going on FanDuel Sports Network. He was on with, I believe it was Golick, talking about this. His solution, no more draft. Get rid of the draft.
I'd get rid of the draft. No draft. You've still got the salary cap. If you want to go give Cooper Flagg $45 million a year coming out of college, do it. He's a free agent. Everybody coming out is a free agent. With no draft, there's no incentive to lose. There's none at all. It's not a matter of your odds or anything else. There is no incentive.
Yeah, okay, so is there a cap to are we doing fantasy league where you have a certain amount of money to spend and there's a cap on draft picks?
Or is this soccer where you just sign anybody and everybody?
Right. I mean, because guess what? The owners aren't going to want to do that, or most of the owners aren't going to want to do that.
Also, isn't there an incentive to make your roster worse by not spending money if you see a Cooper Flagg coming up the next year?
I know everybody's offering suggestions, which, by the way, at 12:30, that segment, we're going to get into all of it because there's a lot to talk about with tanking, and I think it's interesting. But if you want the top teams, like the Lakers decide, hey, there's this generational player in the draft. All right, guess who's going to be a Laker? The generational player.
Well, they did just get Luka.
No, I know, but if you can offer as much money as anybody else, why would anybody go to any of the other teams.
Oh, understood. It's funny how that worked out and how they get Luka.
They always get it,
Yeah.
the guys. But if you want to, one of the biggest problems with the NBA is parity, right? Like there really isn't any. There's the haves and there's the have-nots, and there's very few haves. So if you want to have more have-nots and only a couple of haves, yeah, do it that way, Stan.
Yeah,
great idea.
Yeah, I look forward to the discussion because some of the things that were released yesterday are intriguing, and this is something that the league has to tackle, man. It's a bad look. A lot of people at high spaces in the media are coming at the NBA right now, and they can't defend it.
No, they can't. I agree with you. All right, Ray.
Last one for you. We all saw the Tony Clark situation with Major League Baseball Players Association, and this was off the rip. This was Mad Dog Russo's initial reaction before we got any follow-up reporting. He just finds out Tony Clark is out.
So this isn't about the adultery and the sister-in-law.
No. Immediately, we knew about the adultery. We didn't know at that point that she also worked in the union.
That she got the job in large part because she was making love with her.
So this is Mad Dog's reaction, just knowing, hey, he's out. There wasn't some sort of relationship with the sister-in-law. That's all he knew. I want to say that as a Mad Dog defender here.
It was due to an inappropriate relationship with a sister-in-law who, is in her 50s. What's so inappropriate about that? I don't understand. I mean, this happens all the time, this stuff. I mean, why would that be considered inappropriate? It's his sister-in-law. All right, so it's his brother's wife. I mean, I guess it's inappropriate,
Well,
but
maybe
isn't that a family matter more so than is a union matter?
Wow.
Yeah.
Happens all the time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm sure it does.
It is inappropriate. Is it grounds to lose a job? In some cases,
sure.
Not in most cases, probably not. But if you have if you get a DUI and you're us, you're in big trouble. You get a DUI and you work as a salesperson, they may not even find out about it.
Yeah, look, it's definitely something conduct detrimental to your position, right? To the organization. It's not a good look, period, in the story, but it's something you should lose your. I guess that's what Doggy's trying to say. I would think it's a big deal. I do believe it's a family issue, sure, but it's not something that, especially because she works there. If this was the sister-in-law and she didn't work there, then I'd say take your case to Jerry Springer. But they all work together.
But he didn't know that when he said it.
Yeah, we don't think he knew that when he said it.
It was just that there was adultery. Because then later on it came out she worked for Major League Baseball and everything else.
Which, the real thing here is Mad Dog saying this happens all the time, which just makes you wonder about the Mad Dog inner circle.
Well, no, I think he's just what he's saying that people cheat on. There's adultery all the time.
Right.
Yeah,
But he says
true.
it. He says it after. Here, wait, just to.
But by the way, he's not wrong. That's not going to be my argument afterwards, which is like, people, that happens all the time. People cheat on each other all the time. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, he just goes down the path of like, well, I guess it might have been the brother's wife. It happens all the time. This is family things. So I don't know if that type of cheating happens all the time.
That's the news at noon. You can bring it down. I honestly, for whatever reason, I thought it was his wife's sister.
Yes, he said it wrong.
So he did say it wrong?
I think so.
Ray? Because it could be his brother's wife.
It could be a number.
I didn't.
Could have been sister's wife. Could be
But
his wife's sister.
So he said that, and I really haven't read any follow-ups to it because it was pretty cut and dry because he was also getting investigated by the feds for some financial stuff, which I'm sure didn't help his case.
How about the timing of this, too, as well, with everything that they're going on?
Right.
Apparently, he was just about to make his tour in spring training.
Yeah, I mean, now that
Tinfoil hats again.
Now that I think of it, it would seem like a dude would, because a wife's sister cheating with her husband seems like something less likely a woman would do than the other way around. Because the dude's just like, horny, and it's just like he sees her all the time, and maybe I don't know.
Hey.
It just seems like that's more likely than the other way around. I don't know.
He was in a really, really important position. So that's just a bad spot
news
across the board. But, yeah, like I said, the timing is very intriguing.
It is. All right, 12 o'clock hour brought to you by Service First HVAC, offering 0% financing, 48 months, rebates, and tax credits up to $4,300 in purchasing a heating and cooling system. Learn more. ServiceFirstHVAC.com.
All right, how about 38 special?
He's gold.
He is a maniac.
Absolute gold.
He did a video out in San Francisco when because they didn't. Everybody was complaining about Radio Row. Nobody really got much except for Dudes on Dudes. And he just did this video where he was kind of like on, the gummy, whatever. And he was like, I'll tell you what, we came all the way out here. And Radio Row, did we really get anything? No. And then I go to this meeting and my credit card had to be used and this. Like, he was not a fan of that week.
Yeah. I've been to 2 Super Bowl Radio Rows. One was unbelievable. And
which one was good?
Minnesota was the best for multiple reasons. Phoenix, there wasn't like he had said, there wasn't a lot of people out there. So you get the really, really top guys, and you may or may not get that person. The likelihood is, like, if they want to come do morning drive or whatever, it's like, okay, they're doing this national one, and then also the McAfees and the digital shows, the popular digital shows. Okay, I'm going to do Middays with Marks, or I'm going to do, like Barstool, or I'm going to do McAfee, or I'm going to do this pod, or I'm going to, like, even Dudes on Dudes. They want to do that. They want to do national.
Yeah.
So if they only are giving 2 hours that they're going to do these interviews, you pretty much got no chance.
Yeah, you got to change. And I know people are already floating this idea. The idea of Radio Row has changed. It's evolved. And if you're going down there as a station, as an outlet, I think you have to really hone in on a different game.
Well, I think they call it Media Row now.
Correct.
Because it's not Radio Row. The radio stations aren't getting the big. It's everybody else that's getting the big.
You got to come up with some games. You got to, like, the Snapback Sports really took some shine off of a lot of people out there where they had some trivia. They had John Gruden playing. It was funny. It was like, that's what you have to really go after now.
Yep. All right. So, Ray, we heard the open right there. It was the open was to Ray Dunn. It was Cisco, the Thong song.
Right.
Right. And it was like, I don't know where it came from, but it popped into my head, and it came. So we asked among our listeners, who wants to be the next open guy? Who wants to create a parody open for Ray, and the best one is going to win either a pair of Sixers tickets or the Dave Matthews tickets? So here's what we have. Ray's going to play them. Go ahead.
Was it noon? Ray Dunn. Marlboro lit. Cougars tuned. Yo. No, we don't. Yeah, yo. Hey, yo, yeah. Yeah, yo. Hey, yo, yeah.
This was produced. This is If Bayless, and he produced it.
Now, it does bring into question, we know If Bayless is one with the artificial intelligence.
You think?
Do we think that he had this produced somehow by some system?
No, he's got Busta Rhymes, like, on his Rolodex. He called him up. That's what it felt like a little bit there. That was look, we're throwing it out there for the people to do. That was impressive.
You can't produce a parody song on Chat GPT, or at least I've tried.
Okay.
Hey, yo! What are the lyrics on that? I missed it.
I mean, that was awesome.
Lit. Something about Cougars. I mean,
right.
People
it was the overall production more than anything.
I think it was.
All right. What's next, Ray?
I still got Leader in the Clubhouse, Ray Dunn to dun.
Okay, so I win the tickets. All right, good.
Hey guys, Johnny Marks, Ray Dunn. This is Anthony from Paoli. Gonna do the avocado from Mexico theme. It's the news at noon with Ray Dunn.
The news at noon with Ray Dunn.
So avocados from Mexico.
Here's the news with Ray Dunn.
Short, sweet.
Hey, he understands. Attention spans don't last anymore.
Correct.
We gotta have these intros be very short.
Correct. I had Zach in Havertown who sent me an entire song, like verses and verses. He wrote it. He didn't sing it. So he's like, here, you can do this. And I'm like, bro, like, I need 10 seconds and then.
This ain't 8 Mile, bro. Let's keep it moving here.
It was great, though, and I appreciate the effort.
I believe Zach also hit the text line with that.
Did he?
I saw that, and I was like,
what are we going to do with it?
Yeah, well, what can we do with this? I mean, if you want to make an album about me, kind of weird, but go ahead. Yeah, I wouldn't say no to it.
Palms are sweaty.
All right, let's get another one.
Gotta play Kokomo in the background, but Dune at noon. Dune at noon.
Dune at noon.
Dune at noon. So, to hell with my last name. We're just going to rename me, and we're going to make the segment Dune at noon.
Well, it rhymes with noon. Dune at noon. I like it. All right, not bad.
Second time we heard Kokomo today.
Think of that.
Wow.
All right, how many more?
This is one more here.
Last one?
Last
all right,
one
here we
here.
go.
Here
Hey, Ray, baby, I got the news at noon. I said, hey, Baby, I got your news. Hey, Ray. Baby, I got your news. Bad news. I said, hey, baby, I got your news.
Perfect length.
Wow.
Would you agree that's the winner?
Oh, yeah.
That was awesome. Nice work.
That's what I'm looking for. Simplicity.
Yes.
I don't need, like, you can just do the hook. That works.
That was tremendous.
All right.
Can I hear it again? Run it back. Let me hear it again.
And by the way, keep them coming with everything. So if you think of something for one of our callers or Herb or something like that, whatever you got for us, whatever.
Yeah, we like that.
Hey, Ray. Baby, I got your news. Bad news. I said, hey, baby, I got your news.
Give me that news right now.
Do you remember when Old Dirty Bastard got arrested at the Wawa on Girard Avenue?
No.
Get a warrant.
I said, hey.
The late Old DB.
ODB, rest in peace.
There you go. And then, of course, if you don't know, is Old Dirty Bastard, ODB, Baby, I Got Your Money.
That was great.
Don't you worry.
That was really good.
So
that's the winner.
That's the winner.
Yeah, really
Chris
nice work.
in Kittnersville.
All right, Chris, you get your choice, man. If you're something tells me maybe not a big Dave Matthews fan if he's doing an ODB parody. But anyway, you get 6 tickets.
Look, yeah, you get your choice. You're right. But that was strong. Yeah, I like the parody songs. I know you do as well. And it gets people involved. We like that. So just keep them coming. There's plenty of ways to get involved with the show. So I like that as well.
The one I tried to use on ChatGPT was because I had this at my last station. It was wife. I did a segment called Wife Talk.
Okay.
And it was set to bad boys, what you gonna do?
I'm in.
So it's wife talk, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when your wife hates you? And then you talk about.
And I got the list.
Right. Both of us could fill up 4 hours.
This is what I did yesterday that irked her. And then the day before, she was really mad about this and that. I love her. She's great.
You kid.
She's great. She's great.
There you go, Ray.
Yeah.
Wife of the year. Mom of the year. Every year.
All right, coming up, we're going to get into it. Because
on the mantle.
I'm just sitting back here. I'm just pushing the buttons, boys.
We have a tanking situation in the NBA.
No!
So much so that the NBA, like Adam Silver's pissed. And you know what? I give him credit because he knows he has to do something about it. And yes, I know we're coming from the city that more or less that not didn't invent tanking because it's been done before, but took it to a next level. All right, what should the NBA do? Can the NBA do anything? Do they actually have a problem? Because there's a lot of people that say, embrace the tanking. There's no problem here. There's nothing to see here. That is coming up right after this. Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Round one to the Hawks. Some ratings under this Fanatic Sports Update. The Sixers lost last night 117-107 to the Atlanta Hawks to open up the second half of their season. Tyrese Maxey had 28, VJ Edgecombe had 20. Jalen Johnson with 32 points to lead the Hawks to victory. Maxey, after the game, talked about the difficulty of playing without Embiid.
Playing multiple styles of basketball. And that's why I said for myself, like a couple of games ago, like, it's weird, you know, I don't had a successful year, but I played 3 different roles.
They're back in action tomorrow night in New Orleans against the Pelicans, beginning of a 3-game road trip. You can hear that game right here on our airwaves at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. Eagles yesterday found that both Lane Johnson, Landon Dickerson back in 2026 after reportedly contemplating retirement. The combine for the NFL begins next week, and spring training, we're going to see actual baseball tomorrow and Sunday. Sunday at home for the first time for the Phillies, and tomorrow the first time a team that represents the Phillies will take the field down there in Clearwater, or down there in Florida. And the Union season begins tomorrow. They're down to D.C. to take on D.C. United. This update is brought to you by Orderly Meds. Ready to feel healthy this year? Orderly Meds delivers proven GLP-1 treatments at a lower cost, shipped discreetly to your door. Go to loseweightnow.co. Eligibility required. Visit loseweightnow.co. I'm Ray John, your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and The Fanatic.
this song. I promise you, I don't. I get it. It might be like you're going to go see Pearl Jam and they don't play Jeremy. I understand, but listen to it. It doesn't match the vibe. It's got the feel. It is a song that is absolutely known for yacht rock, but this doesn't make you want to vibe. This doesn't make you want to get up out your seat and raise your glass, put your feet into the sand. You're not hearing seagulls in the backdrop listening to sailing.
I think we're getting.
It's just in the title.
No, I know, but it's not Buffett. Like you're like, okay, so here's what it is. Like I like bluegrass country. I'm old school country. You like the new modern day country.
You like bluegrass?
I'm the difference.
My ass.
The difference within the genre.
Yes,
right?
yes.
You have
sure
Travis Tritt and whoever, and
Brooks and Dunn.
Yeah.
All right, you're going old school.
You got the old school
Toby,
Reba, and then you have the newer, which Jelly Roll essentially is a country artist who's really a failed hip hopper that.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? Like, so you have that within the genre. That's just a different part of the genre.
Gotcha.
I don't know. Like, you're right. It doesn't make you. I'm not ready to start drinking and doing anything because of that, but I do feel at ease.
All right. Like I
Just
said,
enjoying myself.
That's more along the lines of like the waiting room. You're at the dentist.
Yeah.
Sailing.
See, you got the pipes to do it too.
Look, I get it. It's a jam, and in the name, in the title, it says sailing, so it fits. But
it is a yacht rock Friday.
We're talking about taking this show on the road for the summertime. Let's watch out.
So Ray, picture this, right? A Friday in like late June. Well, I don't know if we're down the shore. We're at Chickies and Pizza in Northeast Philadelphia.
They also have seagulls over there.
Herb is there without shoes on, and everybody's dressed up in their yacht rock stuff, including you.
Yeah,
I'm in.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah,
and we do the show. Everybody enjoys themselves, and we have a nice little happy hour after we get off the air.
Oh yeah.
Sponsored by, Corona would seem like a
Corona would be a great sponsor.
Like a great call.
Yeah, I mean, geez.
I'm kicking the tires on some Ultra possibilities. Maybe Ultra wants
Sean,
to
do you DJ the party afterwards?
I definitely DJ the party afterwards.
But you wouldn't play that. Sailing.
If it was requested, maybe.
How about some Toto?
I would definitely play some Toto, yeah.
Okay, that'd be okay.
A little Africa, sure.
Don't spoil anything that might be coming up the rest of Yacht Rock Friday.
All right. There you go.
Since I found out that fits in Yacht Rock Friday, that's going to get played.
It sure does.
I'm a big fan.
I am too. Oh man, it's on my Amazon playlist. When I get
do you guys like the Weezer version?
No.
Okay.
Not at all.
No.
I've been yelled at about that. I just go to Toto. I don't know.
Yeah, that's
no. I totally agree. Yeah, go to the original. All right. So the NBA has a tanking problem. Would you agree with that, Sean Brace?
Absolutely.
So the Jazz, and I think there's a difference between going into the season. What the Sixers did was they said, hey, we're not going to ask Brett Brown to lose on purpose. We're just going to give Brett Brown a team that has no chance to win. And they did it for a number of years. And they were able to get Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons, and it didn't end up working out for him. But at the time, and even now, like, all right, like I understood why they did it. It's not the only way you can win in the NBA. But back then, based on the mediocrity and being the 4th or the 5th seed every year, all right, let's try it. Now, it went on a little bit too long, and ultimately they haven't even made it to an Eastern Conference final. But, that's one thing. But what the Jazz were doing, which was literally keeping their players out of games because they were trying to lose the games. They can explain it however they want, but they didn't put them back in. They're starters. They're good players. That's where it becomes a problem. So the NBA is trying to fix this. By the way, if you look at just around sports, and I'll give one specific example to Philadelphia. Doug Peterson, the game against against Washington, where Jalen Hurts was playing and Doug left him in too late because the Eagles losing or the Eagles winning was multiple slots in the draft. If they win the game, they could be drafting. What draft was that? Who did they end up getting that? Was that Devontae? That was the Devontae draft because they were drafting high. If they would have won that game, they could have been picking in the teens. If they lost it, you know what I mean? So it really meant something to lose that game, but they started Jalen because they wanted to see Jalen play. And Doug left him in too long to where it looked like, oh my God, I forgot I got to take him out. And then they lost because they put in Sudfeld. And Sal wanted a congressional investigation because
I forgot about that.
It looked really bad.
Yeah, it did.
Doug did a really bad job in managing that. If you play in the first half and you don't bring him out in the second half, you say, listen, the game doesn't mean anything. He's our young quarterback. We don't want to get him injured. I'm not going to put him out there. We played him a half. That's enough. You keep him in the third quarter and you're winning and you take him out. It looks fishy. So, like, I've seen it where it's been a little bit sketchy before. But, I mean, man, like, I just don't know what you can do about it. Mm-hmm. Like, tanking's been a part of the NBA. How do you think LeBron James became a Cavalier, right? Like, tanking happens in season all the time.
Would you say, and maybe this is a little too drastic or dramatic, but would you say it's a non-issue?
I think it's a big issue.
It's a big issue, yeah.
I do, because now that you're actually coaches during the game are not putting players back in because they're trying to lose, especially with gambling involved now, right? Back then, there wasn't gambling involved. Now, every phone, if you want to gamble, you're able to do it on multiple sites.
Yep.
And you have money on a team winning and over, a prop bet, and a guy's not being put back in because you're trying to lose on purpose. That's a major issue.
I would say for starters, and Ray, I'd be interested to get your thoughts on this too, is that like this year's draft class was awesome, right? So like that's where it starts. Like there has to be value in the draft class. If there's no value in the draft class, right, like we have seen before, teams really aren't hitting the gas pedal to tank, correct? Am I wrong on that? Because I know we got some studs coming out this year.
This has been called a once-in-a-generation draft.
Oh, those top three can change your franchise easily. Boozer, Peterson, A.J. DeBonza from BYU, who I am going to take number one overall if I'm the GM.
Look at Cooper Flagg last year.
Correct.
Right, that was a big one.
Yeah.
So, some years having the number 2 pick. Like the Sixers got Evan Turner with the number 2 pick. That wasn't a great draft.
No, not really.
But then you have some drafts where you have multiple generational players. Like this year.
I think it is an issue. It's an issue, and I am okay with the commissioner being proactive. Like, this was the first question when he did a State of his Union address at the All-Star Weekend. Like, this was literally the first question. Like, it's not a good look. Everybody is down on the league right now, whether it's some people that are, burying, looking for the opportunity to kick them while they're down. That's fine. There are some pluses, but, man, when you got teams losing, making trades, and now we're running into – you got these teams that are trading for the superstars, and they're getting surgeries during the season
to keep them out.
They're done.
Yep.
It's smart because now you're going to go get the draft pick. You made the moves for next season, but how do you police that?
So during the meeting, there was a GM meeting yesterday, and Adam Silver was described as forceful with his message about wanting to solve the problem that has gained steam across the league in recent weeks. I'm reading from ESPN.com. I know Coach K was there. Mike Krzyzewski was there with like an impassioned plea about it.
Was Brian Colangelo there?
I don't think so.
Huh.
Probably not.
Probably outside waiting to see if he's going to get offered a job to solve this.
Yeah.
During his news conference this weekend, Silver said that tanking has been worse this year than we've seen in recent memory. The players in the draft will do that to you.
Correct.
And he's considering every possible remedy to combat the problem. Now, Mark Cuban, who doesn't own the Mavericks anymore, was talking about embracing the tank. The owner of the Suns, Matt Ishbia, said that it's much worse than any prop bet scandal and called teams that do it losers.
I respect that.
Right. So here's the according to multiple sources telling ESPN, these are the concepts that have been discussed to curb tanking. First round draft picks can be protected only from top 4 or top 14 plus selections. All right. Lottery odds freeze at the trade deadline or a later date.
I think now you're on to something.
So you just do everything you can to lose every game before the trade deadline.
If that's the case, good luck. You're right. You're not getting butts and seats, and your fan base is going to let you know to a point, I would imagine. But
I don't think that changes much. No longer allowing a team to pick in the top 4 in consecutive years.
Who?
And after consecutive bottom 3 finishes. I like that. You have no incentive to pick in the top 4.
Yeah, you got to take the incentive.
But would you rather pick 7th? If a team knows it's going to be bad, why would you do what you can to maybe make the playoffs when you can have a top 5 pick? I don't know. I don't know if it's enough. Lottery odds allocated based on 2-year records. Oh, so you're going to encourage teams to be bad for 2 years, not 1.
Yeah, because that's exactly what they would do. I mean, like the Jazz, 2 years is nothing to them.
Well, look at the Sixers.
The Nets.
Yeah.
The Sixers did 3.
Lottery odds lottery extended to include all play-in teams. Flat odds for all lottery teams, so it's the same odds regardless. Listen, I think everybody agrees that something needs to be done. I don't know what the answer is, But it's like teams. Think about it. You can change your franchise by just getting a top pick.
Yep.
By getting lucky with a lottery ball or having your team be bad, and then you get more lottery balls. Look at Edgecombe last year. They wouldn't even have had that pick if the lottery ball didn't go the right way. And now they have a player that they wouldn't trade for Giannis for crying out loud. So that changes your franchise. So, like, how do you tell a billionaire that's trying to win that, hey, we don't want you to lose on purpose or we don't want you to tank? Because it's tough, man.
Yeah, that's the issue. And again, you got these teams that are being a little bit more smarter about how they need to operate. And, you know, whether it's the Jazz where they're putting Jaren Jackson, their new a player that they just traded for who was tremendous, and he was a guy that they benched in the fourth quarter with a double-digit lead, ended up losing the game. But now that he's out for season with the knee operation. And, you know, look, it's probably standard procedure in the offseason, easy for me to say, but these guys get this stuff done all the time, and they're back for the beginning of the regular season. Now they don't have to tell you that. Now it's February 12th. He's going down for an operation. Prove it that I'm lying.
Right. And did he really need the operation, or is this all right?
Got to clean up some loose impediments.
Right. Right. What's your opinion on the situation?
I thought the trade deadline thing was interesting about locking in at some point what the odds would be. Like you said, it'd be a race to lose early on if you don't believe you have a chance, but it would flip the calendar of the NBA on its head. Because if you can't get any worse after the trade deadline, what's the incentive to make your team worse? So then what does that trade deadline look like for the rest of the teams involved in the NBA? Do prices get driven up for trying to improve your team? Because all of a sudden, hey, if we get an affordable contract that has an extra year on it tacked on, like, to me, I start thinking about how I'd build a team. And it totally changes the calendar in which you try and improve your basketball team.
So what's the real problem with the NBA? Is it the teams that know that they're going to suck and they're just comfortable with sucking the entire year? Or is it a problem with a team like the 76ers? Like last year, they thought they were competing for a championship, and when they realized that that was not going to happen, they did Daryl Morey did an amazing job of doing everything he could to lose games. But no one looked at that type of tanking as being toxic, right? But the team that goes into the season, to me, the Jazz are the problem. Because it's not just going into the season trying to suck. It's also like we're making sure we're going to lose these games. And you can't do that. But the idea that if you cut off, okay, it's only the trade deadline, that's the record that matters, teams aren't going to be dissuaded. They're just going to suck the whole year.
Yeah.
What do they care if they suck? If they're trying to suck the whole year anyway, so now it only counts up until the trade deadline.
Yeah, and the rolling odds, too, for 2 years, like you said, that's nothing.
Yeah, the 2 years they'll suck.
Yeah.
I mean, I think what they're going to try and adopt is similar to where baseball's at right now, where it's like you can only have a top X pick so many years in a row before you have to go back to what 11 is. I forget what team had that happen to them last year in baseball.
But that doesn't stop the in-season. It doesn't stop for one season.
No, it doesn't stop. The issue is, sorry, like, I know we want everything to be pure about sports. These are being run like businesses. Like they're looking at this as how can we eventually get our return on investment? Let's have the down quarter now to have the bigger quarter later. Like, the numbers guys are going to tell you, if you got a better shot to get a top-end talent, you have a better shot to win games, which is you have a better shot to bring people into the arena. Like,
everybody understands why they do it, right?
Yeah.
We understood why the Sixers did it. You might have disagreed with it or said, like, how can you not hate it?
Year 3, they had 10 wins. I want to lose my mind.
The biggest problem was that when Sam Hinkie got whacked, they were 1-29. And that wasn't year 1 or year 2. That was year 3. So for everybody that wants to blame the NBA and say, like, how can the other owners were saying to themselves, what the hell are the Sixers doing? Do they know what's going on? In the third year, they're 1-29.
Unbelievable.
That's too much. You do it for a year or two. All right, like, you're trying to get better, but you're trying to lose to get a particular thing. Listen, we'll take some reaction. 610-632-0975. I don't know if you're going to be able to truly stop it. But some of the suggestions are interesting. 610-632-0975.
We ordering pizza?
Almost did it.
Nice.
Well, no, I was going to give your phone number.
Oh, thank you.
Sean's phone number is a business number. I don't know if you know that. If you look at his number.
1-800.
No, it's a 215 number.
That's it.
But it looks like it would be like if that
Horsham Hunks.
If that just called me on the phone, I'd be like, well, what spam number?
People always send me to voicemail.
Yeah.
I've had it forever.
All right, that's coming up next. Also, something with Trey Turner that is being advocated weeks ago was asked again. We'll talk about coming up next. Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic.
You never stop thinking about Philly.
and I'm trying to find a picture. I'm trying to send it back. And I know that you'll love this because I promise you I had this last year. This is part of the mix. Now, your boy over here turned into a little bit of an EDM head. Little bit. I'm not like a huge EDM head. I'm not a house head. I'm not a guy that loves techno, like the bass stuff. But there is some smooth house music, deep house. So I combined that with the yacht rock, and that's the vibe I had last year. Casey Boy just sent me a video, and this guy is claiming that in 2026, this yacht house vibe is going to be big. Bro, I was the one on it last summer.
Yeah, and we're on it now.
Let's go here. I was the one passing out the captain's hats down at Lincoln Financial Field for a tailgate that I DJ'd, all right?
I mean, Ray, this feels like a collaboration between Middays with Marks and Casey Boy.
Let's go.
We haven't had him in here in, what, a week or two?
Well, I see him like 5 times a day. He's normally comes in studio or I see him around at least.
I mean, he stops, yeah.
He's around a lot.
Yeah.
He lives
Good to see
here.
him.
Yeah, I could totally see a collab.
Let's do it.
All right. There you go. All right, let's take a phone call here on the anti-tanking idea. What are your overall thoughts on the NBA before I do that?
All right. I love the NBA. I think they have some pluses, but this year it just feels like a little bit is missing. Number one, the defense is not existent. It just feels like teams are throwing up 140. It seemed like it was 130, 140.
Well, that's what they want.
And you lose me with it. The three-pointers, you're beating me over the head with it. I don't really get down with everybody shooting just three-pointers after the three-pointer. I get it, whatever. And then the tanking is a big black eye right now. It just is the reality. I do want to put this out here. My fix, John, is you need a commissioner to rule with an iron fist. Sorry, end of story. What does that mean? I don't know. But everybody's getting fined until it starts to reach an amount that, you know what, it's egregious and you get the owner's perspective. But then you'll end up in court. I get it. Everything's going to lead back to being sued.
But also, if you say, okay, everybody that misses the playoffs gets they get an equal chance in the lottery, aren't you encouraging more teams to suck? Because if now it's like, okay, like this time right now, we're not going to win a championship this year. Like the Sixers aren't winning a championship. What the hell are we doing trying to make the play-in or be the 5th seed? It's smarter to lose.
Yeah, but that's why I like the idea of locking the odds at the trade deadline.
I guess. You know what's interesting? You talk about the three-pointers. Joe Mazzulla, the coach of the Celtics, and this isn't just his idea. It's obviously an organizational type thing that are down with it. They won a championship. Without Jason Tatum, one of the best players in the league, they're number 2 and could easily win the East. Without him, what are they going to look like with him? Their philosophy is they want to shoot more threes than the other team, and they want, like, literally, if they're not shooting enough threes, they're not shooting enough threes. All they want to do is shoot threes. Because the analytic wing of the NBA, which is the new school, is you win by shooting more threes, right? Similar to baseball. Remember when baseball got ruined? When the Ivy League nerds came in and they said, you know what? I can put a team out there based on base percentage and all these other advanced analytics because a strikeout, a walk, and a home run are the 3 outcomes that we want.
Yeah.
We don't want the ball put in play. That's a chance of a double play. We don't care about that. We care about launch angle. We care about this. We care about that. And there was no action within the game. So Major League Baseball had to come in and say, hey, we need to stop this, and we need to encourage more action, right? The NBA needs to figure out, because the product's not good. I'm just telling you, I can watch every Sixer game. Bro, I'm just telling you.
I know.
I mean, the only reason I'd be watching a post game is not for the game, or I'm watching a later game, a national game, is because of Chuck and Shaq and Kenny and Ernie.
They're not even there.
And they're not even there ever.
Look, I tuned into the game last night, Golden State and Boston. Boston was dominating by 30. Golden State attempts 45 three-pointers per game. Portland 42, Boston 42.
What are the Sixers?
76ers, Philly down on the list. Philadelphia averages 35.7, which is
a lot.
20th. Lowest one is 30th, and Sacramento 30. 30 three-pointers per game. It's like
it doesn't make for good ball.
No, it doesn't. Not for the viewership.
And as much as people want to talk about, oh well, look at the our glory days of Jordan, the Knicks, the Pistons, those dirty teams. Oh well, look, the game was 90 to 86. Yeah, but there was also good defense that was played. It's not just about running the ball down and shooting threes.
It was a better product during the regular season. The emphasis is on the postseason more than ever, and that's all that matters.
Let's go to Ryan. Ryan, go ahead, man. What's up?
Hey, boys. How you doing?
What's up?
So I have like an outside the box kind of idea. So what if you take the bottom 10 teams, and for the last 15 games, whoever wins the most games gets the highest draft pick? They give them incentive to play.
Incentive. That's the key word, right? So if we change it, that's a drastic idea, Ryan. I'm with you.
We did that in my fantasy league. It was the toilet bowl. Of the teams that didn't make the playoffs, the team that won got the top pick.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I like that.
Because it does it, and then people are putting their lineups in. They're not like they're hitting on the waiver wire. They're not doing trades. There's trades that are made in fantasy football that
Weasels.
It's like, come on a second. You guys are in cahoots.
Yeah, Ryan, I
like it.
I'm right there with you, and I think, like I said, it comes back to Commissioner Silver, who's taken a big hit this year, right? He's not as popular as he once was. Like, sorry, you got to be the unpopular guy. And it's so tough because I'm saying that. And who does he work for, John? He works for the owners. It's up to the owners. That's all that these guys do. Goodell, Silver, Manfred, Bettman, the commissioners work for the owners. That's it. End of story.
Yep, you're right.
So it's like I can throw my hands up in the air. Silver needs to do this, rule with an iron fist. If the owners say, no, we're not doing that, he's not doing that. That's why they're paid so well. Roger Goodell makes $55 million a year last time I checked. That's probably, I'd probably take the over on that. Yeah, they're doing global. They're doing global because the owners say, we're doing global. We're playing in Kabul.
Yep. I told you the weather, if they set it up right in Kabul when it's cold in Philly, it might not be a bad trip.
It's got to be hard to really keep that water or that grass watered out there.
But like I said, the stadium in Kabul, they have executions during the week, so you'd have to make sure it wasn't.
That's only in the north end.
Oh, okay.
Just stay away from the north end.
All right. Coming up, so hold on. We had a YouTuber upset that we were upset with the A.J. Brown wink. That's what someone typed up there.
Someone's upset that we're not upset.
That we're not upset.
Yeah.
Well, that's really who we were asking to talk to.
Oh.
Right.
Well, why should I be upset that he winked at him? Is the YouTuber upset that he had a book on the sidelines or he goes on social media every week? Like, that's a real thing. The wink on a produced podcast.
We were called pompous.
Pompous?
Pompous.
So he wants toxicity. Oh, I can get toxic.
The toxicity of my city. Of my city. That's a great song. All right, coming up, we opened up saying that we weren't upset with it. Are you upset with it? This is like, see, here's where you're wrong, YouTuber. Right? Like, I very much am open-minded with a lot of things. And I came in today legitimately asking, is this something I should be upset with?
That's a drop.
Because sometimes I don't see like, hey, there's a lot of people pissed off about something. Hey, you know what? I never thought of that perspective. Like, I just saw A.J. Brown. It's like he winked at him. I don't know. Is he really in cahoots with dudes on dudes to get to New England? I don't know.
Who is in cahoots with dudes on dudes?
Talking about the dumbest podcast maybe in sports. Well, he was on it.
It's up there.
All right. Should we be upset? Text line, phone line, 610-632-0975, because this is a Frustration Friday. Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Lost to the Hawks. I'm Ray done with this Fanatic Sports Update. The second half of the Sixers season began last night with a loss to the Atlanta Hawks down at Xfinity Mobile Arena, 117-107. The Sixers lose that game. Maxey goes for 28. Edgecombe goes for 20. Jalen Johnson with 32 points to lead the Hawks to the victory. Sixers now begin a 3-game road trip tomorrow in New Orleans against Pelicans at 7 o'clock. You can hear that game right here on 97.5 The Fanatic. Eagles yesterday found out both Lane Johnson and Landon Dickerson will be back in 2026 after reportedly contemplating retirement. Zach Berman was on with Kincade and Salciunas earlier today and said that really doesn't change the plans to draft offensive linemen.
It would shock me if we were talking after the second day of the draft and they hadn't taken at least one and maybe two offensive linemen there. And I would imagine in the first two rounds, at least one.
Combine begins next week for the NFL. Phillies get their spring training schedule going tomorrow, and their first home game at Clearwater is Sunday. Union season begins tomorrow in D.C. against D.C. United. This update is brought to you by Positive Coaching Alliance. Questions about youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit organization, develops better athletes and better people through youth and high school sports. Info at positivecoach.org. I'm Ray Dunn, your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
stations and have a yacht rock station.
I'm finally
With John and Sean in the morning.
I'm finally at a station that is solid right now. I don't want to go anywhere. All right, we're good here, right here, please.
We're not going to flip the Fanatic. Ray, can we take one of the other frequencies and do a yacht rock?
Yeah,
format?
we for sure could do that. You?
Well, I'm just saying, like I could do morning because you know how it is now in radio. You got to do multiple day parts.
Oh yeah,
you voice track one day part and then you're live another day part or whatever.
Yeah, the voice tracking is always throwing me off. I used to do a throwback station one time, little throwback hip hop on a Saturday night.
I've never worked at a music station. I've never done a shift, and it's my dream.
It honestly is so different than what it used to be. It used to take some all love and respect, some talent, but now more than ever, you voice it. And if you didn't like what you just voiced, you just delete it, record it again.
Yeah, it's tracked. It's not live radio.
Yeah, you
Now,
time it up.
we do a lot of live radio here at all of our stations.
Oh yeah. Well, look, but we do. MMR leads the way, no doubt. MGK, of course.
Oh man,
no doubt. Matt Cord when he was what? Ben FM, right?
MGK. Yeah.
Well, he was Ben before MGK.
Yeah,
he was Kristen's on in the
There you
morning
go.
at Ben. But yeah, no.
Next to you, our good friends over
There
there.
you go,
Oh man, they're live and local all the time.
Love the country over
There
there.
you go. Yeah, I'm not saying to flip XTU or any of these stations, but I'm just how about they buy another station and they just make it all yacht rock? What could possibly go wrong?
If you read the Twitter replies to anything about us, you just see, hey, they're going to be oldies soon anyway, so you might as well just get ready for the music.
Nailed it.
There you go.
Absolutely nailed it.
All right. Well, there you have it. So the AJ Brown scandal. I mean,
good grief.
Okay. Again, this is very, and I had actually I mentioned one of the Instagram accounts online, and he was all mad because I had said it, and like I'm not trying to call anybody out on anything, but if it took AJ Brown winking on this podcast to make you want to send him to Cleveland or want to trade him, I don't know what. I literally had no reaction to the wink, other than this is like AJ. I was more surprised he wasn't asked about anything involving this year or the Eagles or anything like that. But then you look at it and you're like, well, no, I totally see they weren't going to ask it because who knows if he said, "Don't ask me about the Eagles," and like, what do they care?
Yeah,
there's no integrity because it's their podcast. Like, you don't have to ask the question. But I mean, I don't know. Like, I literally had no reaction. The reaction to AJ Brown should be, look what happened last year. Look to the clear chemistry issue that was there last year. And if just AJ says, "I'm good, I want to come back," is that enough? Right? Like, they have a new offensive coordinator coming in. Maybe the Eagles think that now this is going to be a true buy-in. Things are changed, whatever. See, to me, the buy-in's not about A.J. Brown. It's about A.J. Brown buying into Jalen Hurts being the quarterback. Because you can say it's the offense. Okay, Jalen's a part of it. So is Nick Sirianni. They were screaming at each other on the sideline. Do we forget about that? So this is very much, to me, A.J. Brown comes back depending on what the market is for A.J. Brown. I'm very much investigating trading A.J. Brown.
Sure. Right there with you.
And if it's a second and a fourth I'm being offered, I'm not trading A.J.
No.
If it's a first and a conditional, okay, now we're talking.
I'll tell you what, I don't know what that number is. I have no idea. But everything I've read so far in the last 2-3 weeks, including what was introduced yesterday on that ESPN article where they suggested 4 trades, I'm not trading A.J. Brown for any of that. No, I would rather go to battle with him and a new offensive coordinator, new play caller, new offense altogether here with A.J. Brown. We know his value. Love a good wink, though. When's the last time you winked? You ever wink?
Not a winker.
I wink every once in a while.
Who do you wink at?
That's a good question. I feel like I wink.
Ray, are you a winker?
That was a really, really quick backpedal there, and I'm a winker.
I am a winker.
You're a winker.
All right, like my family, sure. Like, yeah, I'm a winker.
Yeah,
but in what situation do you wink? I guess is my question.
It's like a funny joke, right? You would wink like.
I've never seen you wink.
Oh, you can't wink at a dude.
I know that. But I'm just saying.
Well,
AJ
some
did.
people can. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, dudes
right.
on dudes,
AJ
man. That's
winked.
the podcast to do it.
You know what? If you're going to wink at somebody, do it on dudes on dudes.
How about that?
Did he just wink at me? Oh, what was that? That was Field of Dreams.
Oh,
that's what it was.
Ray's choking in the other room.
Are you bleeding or choking? What's going on over there? The wink.
Joking.
The kid winked at me.
No, that
was Field of Dreams.
I don't like that movie.
Oh, what do you mean you don't like Field of Dreams? It's one of the greatest sports movies of all time. Come on.
Spare me.
If you build it, they will come.
Spare me on the
Moonlight Graham.
Yeah, I know. I saw it once and I thought the same thing.
She was choking on a hot dog, John.
And then I saw it for the 7th time and I said, all right, I've had enough. No more.
He gave up his opportunity to play in the bigs in heaven because she was choking on a dog.
Yeah, I mean, Robert Redford hitting the home run that shattered the I'll take the scoreboard blowing up over that all day.
Choking on a dog.
Number 1 baseball movie?
Absolutely.
Not even close.
A Catch with the Old Man. Oh, you're tugging at my heartstrings right now. Kevin Costner at peak. Pete Costner, too.
Yeah.
Pete Costner. Dude was incredible in those days.
Yep. Ray, are you a Field of Dreams fan?
I'm a fan of Field of Dreams. I don't know if it's my number 1.
Yeah.
I mean, how could you not be a fan of Field of Dreams, really?
All right. Oh, man. Well,
You're not, but...
Well, I was at one point. I was like, that's a good movie. First couple times I saw it. First couple times I saw it, I'm like, all right, it's a good club. It's a good.
We have a good club.
Right.
It's a good movie.
That's fine. And then I hear people like Sean.
Yes.
That's the example right there. It's like a Bruce Springsteen fan. Demanding that I say it's the best baseball movie I've ever. Demanding that Bruce Springsteen's the best live performer ever. Fine, you do that. And he very well may be. I don't need to talk about it, though.
James Earl Jones as the aggravated
The voice of
Terrence
God.
Mann.
What about Wilford Brimley as the
Wow.
and he was only like 40 in that movie too.
Ray Liotta. Rest in peace, shoeless Joe Jackson.
Oh God.
Come on, man. I'm melting as he was running into the...
I'd rather watch The Sandlot.
Oh, come on.
I would. If you said watch The Sandlot or Field of Dreams right now, I would easily go Sandlot.
That's
every day of the week.
That hurts.
And The Natural.
Natural was good. I wasn't a Sandlot guy.
Major League is
great.
Major League's campy, so it's hard for me to say Major League over.
I still wear the jersey.
Not Major League 2.
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
Not Major League 2. No. All right, Mike in Springfield has something on AJ. Mike, how are you, buddy?
Hey, gentlemen, how we doing?
What's going on?
Hey, listen, so AJ, the wink, I could care less on the wink. I think AJ's 1,000,000% strategic in what he does, right? He goes on that podcast, and look what it's doing for your show, right? I'm sure they're talking about it up in New England.
Yep.
It's a win-win, right? If he stays here, he's going to get, $30 million. They're going to have a chance to compete. They're going to have a chance to win, even if it looks a little bit different or the same as last year. Or he gets traded and he gets maybe ultimately what he wants. But I think it's just something that we're going to have to ultimately deal with. But I think he knows what he's doing. Everybody, the teammates, right? Everybody talks about how great he is, locker room guy, yada yada yada.
Calculating.
I don't think they care.
Well, I mean, the way it's like, and Mike, this isn't a shot at all that said it was calculated because he went for everybody that's complaining about the wink, that's calculated, right? Like the same thing that he did on the Parsons podcast could have been calculated. And how can you argue with what he said? Because it felt like it was not calculated. He talked about Eagles fans. He talked about Philly. He talked about the Eagles. I genuinely believe he's enjoyed his time here. I mean, hell, he's been to 2 Super Bowls and he's won one. But
yeah, listen, he can blow all the smoke that he wants. I'm going to continue to go down there regardless, right? I mean, I want him to be here. It's going to be better if he's here. But T.O. left, so on and so forth. Season ticket holder since 2004. So it's not going to obviously I want him here, and I think we can make it work and make him win. But it's just part of the shtick with AJ. I think he deep down would want to stay, but he got a Super Bowl, right? Like what's it to him? So hey, listen, you guys are doing music. Can I throw you 2 bands and you tell me which one you would go with? Settle the score here.
What you got?
Listen, Green Day. You guys Green Daysmen or the Smashing Pumpkins?
I would pick Smashing Pumpkins.
That's an easy one for me, Smashing Pumpkins as well.
Well done, gentlemen. Well done. Listen, I appreciate the time.
There you go.
Green Day's a better band. I'd rather listen to Smashing Pumpkins.
Oh, man.
By far. I have at least 3 or 4 songs on one of my playlists, Smashing Pumpkins.
I would like you to define why they're a better band, Green Day, than Smashing Pumpkins.
Did it a longer period of time?
No.
Yeah, no? More hits?
Right around the same ballpark, same range, I want to say, right? Early 90s?
What's your go-to Smashing Pumpkins?
I loved the double album, the 1979. Loved the double album.
Well, the hits were on there.
Yeah, you also had Today is the Greatest.
It was fine. It was good, but like
he's a crazy
zero. Billy Corgan, Billy Corgan got involved in professional wrestling.
He's actually been on an interview, I think with Stern, where he said he saw shapeshifters.
Really?
Yeah. Think about that.
Yeah, Zero is my favorite Smashing Pumpkins song.
The world is a vampire.
That's a good one. Bullet with Butterfly Wings was one of the albums, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway.
Siamese Dream. Siamese Dream.
Let's go to Greg. Greg in Bethlehem. Greg, go ahead.
Trub
What you got?
Gentlemen, good afternoon.
Hello, Greg.
AJ is, it seems like every day that goes by, he seems like he portrays himself as more of a nutcase, unless, I mean, it seems like he's trying to get himself out of town, and yet he says he wants to stay, and he's a difficult read. I think, unfortunately, we're not going to know what his effort is going to be until the season. So, I don't know. Does he have any close friends on the team that could intermediate, or I should say mediate, some sort of discussion? Because at this point we're shooting in the breeze, and it makes for good discussion.
So here's my question. What other evidence do you need that A.J. Brown has not been happy? And if you believe that he demanded a trade, and I've heard none of the insiders say that that's not true. I know Giuseppe Liquido reported it, and everybody wants to just poo-poo that, even though he's been right pretty much every time he's reported stuff on the Eagles.
Would have loved to hear it from one other person. Love to hear it from one other person.
I agree. But I respect Joe enough to know that he doesn't just throw crap out there. And
there was no denial, right?
There was no denial of any of that.
Yep.
Any of it.
Yep.
So if it's true he was requesting trades during the season,
then he's
everything's fine.
Yeah, I was gonna say then he's essentially gone.
Well, that's what Brandon Lee Gouton was basically saying was, I'll believe it when I see it. If you look at it from the perspective of this guy requested to be traded multiple times last year, and was on a social media run where he was voicing his displeasure in cryptic ways. I don't know.
Wow.
It's a real conversation.
Is that really live action? Wow, that's sorry to do that. I don't do that normally, but that's live action on our screen
We
right
have
now.
spring training on right now.
Oh my goodness, I'm getting emotional.
All right.
Woo!
All right.
It's baseball season, boys.
All right. Bull Durham.
Ooh.
Easily over Field of Dreams.
It's more of a baseball movie.
It is.
And it's Costner at his peak.
Bull Durham might be the best baseball movie.
That's my number one.
Yep.
Yeah, that's tough. It
stands the test of time. You can watch it today because it was in the 80s, late 80s, right? 1988.
Actually went to the bar that was filmed on Hillsborough Street in Raleigh, North Carolina. Went to that bar. They shot I believe was there a fight? I want to say that was the fight, or did the fight happen to pool hall? I forget. Anyways, I went to that bar in Raleigh, North Carolina.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, thank you.
I've been to Durham Bulls Stadium.
Yeah,
Not
man.
actually to a game, though.
Yeah.
They have a bar connected to it. I was there in the winter. It was snow-covered. It was hilarious.
All right, I'm looking at a list from MLB.com.
You know what? That would be pretty cool if we did something like that in Citizens Bank Park where you put a big bull, and if you hit it, you get Bull's Barbecue or something.
Put train tracks through the outfield like in Brewster's Millions. You remember that
Yes, I do.
In Reading, right?
And this one right here, do they have that in Reading?
They've got the train.
With tracks?
I don't think they actually have the train go, right? But I
I
think
would
it's
hope
out
not.
there, yeah.
Rock
Well,
and
yeah.
Jock Softball used to have the
Hell yeah.
trade on the tracks too. All right, this was a baseball movie that I used to, even though I believed it, this was one of these ones where I knew Mike Miss would be furious. A League of Their Own. League of Their Own easily is one of the best baseball movies of all time. Easily, if not the best. And I think where I got Mike was Tom Hanks' performance in A League of Their Own was better than anything Pacino ever did in his career.
That's where you would have gotten him, for sure.
Goodness. Oh, wow. Yeah, I would imagine he wanted to come across the table for saying something like that.
Great baseball movie, League of Their Own.
Are you crying?
Tremendous cinematic baseball movie. Not just a good movie. Field of Dreams was a good movie.
Rosie O'Donnell. There you go. Yeah, I wasn't a League of Their Own fan. I just, I watched it. I've seen it, sure.
Number 3, Pride of Yankees.
1942.
No interest. Field of Dreams is number 4.
I love it.
8 Men Out, number 5.
Strong. Good.
Moneyball number 6, which doesn't belong on any baseball list.
Oh, come on. That is a fantastic watch.
It is not. Anybody that brings up Moneyball and talking about baseball movies,
about baseball.
you don't get baseball movies.
What do you mean?
Brad Pitt and Jonah Hill talking about Billy Bean in an organization, a franchise that didn't win crap.
No, when he walks into that clubhouse after they're losing and they were celebrating, he's like, and he smashes things and he goes, "You hear that? That's what losing sounds like. Come on, man, goosebumps right now. Goosebumps. That's Brad Pitt."
He turned around to go to the game. And then they sucked. And then they came back.
I love that fact. He didn't watch the game. He would work out. Loved that. Loved it. Jonah Hill. And not only Jonah Hill, we're talking about fat Jonah Hill.
Yeah,
which was
fat.
great.
Much better than skinny Jonah Hill.
Yes,
for sure.
Genius Jonah Hill, too.
It comes, that selection right there comes from the same people that say draft. What was the draft day? It's like the draft day.
No, that's not a Venn diagram.
I'm out.
That's not a circle on the Venn diagram. I'm out on draft day.
Okay, good.
Bo Callahan had nobody come to his birthday party and nobody show up to watch that in theaters.
Number 7, The Natural. Fine with that. Number 8, Sandlot. A little bit further down on the list than I would put it. But because you see 42, and I saw 42, and that was a good movie.
Great movie.
Major League's a movie, but that's also, it's a little bit campy when you watch it right now, but still, it's unbelievable.
Sure.
I don't even know what else you would consider out there. But anyway.
I got one for you that it's not a baseball movie, but it is a ridiculous.
There's Rookie of the Year. Oh, here's one. Bad News Bears. Tremendous.
Here's one.
Buttermaker drinking beer.
Honorable. Yeah, there you go.
Kelly Leak.
Yes, absolutely. That's childhood stuff there. And then, you know what? You kind of like look back at those days where
you could have seen that.
Yeah.
Today you'd never have
oh hell no,
a guy smoking cigarettes or drinking beer in the dugout.
I want to recommend this one out there for the people. If you've never seen this, just give yourself. I think it's under an hour. It's from 2017. It's a documentary called Long Shot. Now, if you've seen it, you know where I'm going. It has a baseball element to it, a really big baseball element. It also has Larry David involved, and it's tremendous. It will make your jaw drop. Long Shot documentary, Netflix.
All right. Rookie of the Year. You know that one? Is that a Disney?
I interviewed that dude.
Really?
Over the summer.
Look at you.
Pitcher got a big butt.
Oh. All right.
I don't remember his name. He was.
I honestly don't remember the movie all that much.
Angels
in the Outfield, I remember a lot more. That's Christopher Lloyd was. Who else was in Angels in the Outfield? I like that one.
Wow, Christopher Lloyd. How about the stupid movie with Reggie Jackson?
Oh, that's not a baseball movie. Naked Gun. Naked Gun. What a great. Now, by the way, Naked Gun, extremely underrated.
Yes.
Very funny.
So good.
Leslie Nielsen was unbelievable.
I haven't watched the new one. I heard it's pretty bad. Thomas Ian Nichols is his name. I interviewed him last summer at the National, which was a trade show out in Chicago. Nice dude. And he was the guy in American Pie, too, as well.
Yeah, it's so moving back to AJ for a second. I was thinking this earlier, and it's absolutely accurate.
Yes.
I mean, didn't AJ, and I was saying this to where a lot of people thought it was calculated, he still said every right thing in the world about the Eagles. And there's no guilt. So now people freak out because of the wink. But what did he say when asked about the Eagles? He didn't say anything bad about the Eagles.
No.
Like, literally, nothing was spoken about with the Eagles, and people are angry that nothing was spoken about with the Eagles. I mean, he wasn't Bryce Harper. Bryce Harper steered the conversation to make sure he talked about Dombrowski and the elite comment. I'm sure AJ was fine with not talking about the Eagles, especially with these two yuckos.
Yeah, hammers.
Yeah. All right, so Jason Martinez. You know Jason Martinez. Not Jason.
Love Jason Martinez from Fox 29.
Not Jason Martinez.
I love Jason.
We used to call Martinez.
I love Jason Martinez, too. We got great media members by the name of Jason.
Jason was down in Clearwater. He floated the idea of a standing ovation to Orion Kirkring. But he said it to Trey Turner. I mean, he must have been listening to the show because, this was weeks ago that we
already did it.
And we said that we did it, and we were saying first.
Right, we were first.
We claimed first.
If it happens, we had it first.
Do you remember when people used to comment? Someone would race to put first. on the comments so they could say they were first to comment, even though they didn't say anything?
We should bring that back.
We could.
First.
What can we give out to people who are the first comment on our Fanatic post?
Well,
just Midday's post, though. With all due respect to Kincade, Salciunas, and Unfiltered, this is for us.
Dave Matthews.
Oh, yeah.
Or at least today.
All right.
You could get it. if they were first to comment on something. All right, just something to think going forward, for the first commenter on a post.
We should bring that back. That's a good, 2010s thing.
That's not a bad idea. But anyway, Martinez and Kirkring. So I want to know the vibe down in spring training right now, because we saw the pictures from they were golfing, and it looked like the guys were like, that's a good event to have.
Oh, man, nothing better than the golf trip.
Yeah, so we'll talk to Jason Martinez, who was live in Florida, and we can accuse him of stealing the standing ovation idea.
Yeah, absolutely. Have to accuse him of that. I'm curious, that golf picture. Anyone else look for Bryce in that golf picture?
He was golfing. I think he was putting.
Oh, was he the one putting?
He was on the green, I believe.
Okay, good. I was like, I'm like, where's Bryce's reaction? I was dying for Bryce's reaction.
The boys were fired up.
They were fired. Rob Thompson fired up.
Yeah.
All right, we'll get the latest from Clearwater. That's coming up. Don't go anywhere. Middays with Marks, 97.5, The Fanatic.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Tough loss. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. The 76ers had a tough one last night, dropping the game to the Atlanta Hawks at Xfinity Mobile Arena to open up the second half of their season. Maxey at 28, Edgecombe had 20 points. Jalen Johnson at 32 to lead the Hawks. Maxey after the game talked about how difficult it is without Embiid.
Playing multiple styles of basketball, and that's why I said for myself a couple games ago, it's weird. I done had a successful year, but I played 3 different roles.
And now they're going to play a 3-game road trip starting tomorrow in New Orleans against the Pelicans at 7 o'clock. You can hear the game right here on The Fanatic. The Eagles yesterday found out both Lane Johnson and Landon Dickerson are going to be back in 2026 after reportedly contemplating retirement. Combine is next week. They're still expected to look at offensive linemen when it comes to be draft time in April. Phillies spring training gets going tomorrow. At least the game's finally happening. Saturday, the opener for spring training action, and Sunday, the home opener down there in Clearwater. And speaking of openers, the Union season opens up tomorrow night down in D.C. against D.C. United. This update's brought to you by the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation. The Crohn's and Colitis Foundation has been at the forefront of inflammatory bowel disease research and care for over 50 years. Learn more about research, education, and sport at crohnscolitisfoundation.org. I'm Ray Down, your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
He gets into it. This is it. Or no, what is this? This is, here it comes. Here comes the build.
Takes too long to get to.
Yeah, it does.
Takes way too long. All right, there you go. We're back. Got our Friday. Talking a little bit of everything today. I watched the end of the women's gold medal game yesterday.
Did you?
Wow.
That's the deke. Is that a proper term for hockey world? The deke heard round the world.
I mean,
man.
geez, I thought for sure they were down 1-0. It's like, are you kidding me? Like, huge upset, and then they get the tying. They pull the goal, they get the tying goal, and then they win.
The girl Hillary, who is like all-time leader of goals scored in hockey, U.S. men's and women's history, 15. That was tremendous. I mean, she deked the drawers off that girl.
So I typically don't ever feel bad for sometimes you feel bad for a player or a team, right? Like Kirkring, I didn't feel bad for him because I didn't feel bad for him. I'm not mad at him or anything like that, but I was too pissed off the season was over like that. So yeah, I think it's okay to have some sympathy and empathy for a guy like Kirkring. That just wasn't me in that moment.
Sure.
But I watch after that goal, and I'm watching, and I'm like, I genuinely feel bad for, what a way to lose a gold medal. Man, that's your shot. There's another game for Ryan Kirkring. You know what I mean? Like, he's going to be back this year. He may be able to redeem himself. You're going to wait 4 years to redeem yourself. Silver medal, still nothing to sneeze at.
Yeah, but it's not good enough.
It's not a gold medal. Man, you were up late in the third period of a gold medal game.
You're talking major dogs, too, as far as, I was yelling about it. I'm like, Team USA was minus 440 favorites. So it's ridiculous because going into this game for the U.S. men's, they are a monster minus 625 favorite, and it's like, yeah, they could slip up and lose a game. I could see that happening. Has it happened here? Maybe not, but maybe Sunday. Who knows? As Canada, Canada did advance 3-2. USA men's coming up here at 3-10, I want to say.
Is that when it is?
Yes.
Ooh. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Slovakia, John. Slovakia and USA. I used to do a vodka. What was the name of the vodka? I forget what it was, but it was...
Vladimir?
It was made from the fields of Slovakia.
I used to drink Vladimir, which was in the...
it's
in the plastic jug.
It's on the bottom shelf.
The best. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
When you're 19 and you drink rubbing alcohol, they put it in a vodka bottle.
That's from the fields of Kabul.
Great stuff. Would sign up for it again.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah, that's a Wraith. I could totally see Ray chugging off a plastic handle.
Yeah, but look, if you're going to drink cheap vodka or cheap booze, like vodka's vodka at the end of the day.
So one time I had a bartender that I ordered a kettle and Red Bull.
Sure.
And he looked at me and he shook his head.
No.
And he said, he goes, listen, I'll be right back. And he brought two drinks to me. One was Well and one was Kettle.
You did a taste test?
And he gave me both of them for one
nice.
price. And he said, which one's you think the Kettle? And I picked the wrong one. I picked the Well.
Get out.
I did.
That's funny.
And he goes, that's why you don't order Kettle. He's like, other than you'll maybe get a little bit more of a headache.
But also when you're mixing it with sugar-free or Red Bull, yeah, that goes without saying.
I don't think it was sugar-free back then. This was pre-diabetes, I think. I'm not entirely sure.
Nice.
But, yeah, so we talked about this earlier, and it really is, when you look at the Phillies season this year, it's not quite, like you had said earlier, you were almost pleading with the fan base, hey, don't treat this as an Eagle season in 2003, or it's like, hey, hurry up and get to the playoffs. I mean, ultimately, it is a hurry up and get to the playoffs because nobody's going to care. But also, with a season that starts at the end of March now and carries to the end of September, yeah, I guess maybe you got to be a big baseball fan to enjoy the season, which I do. I love the pace of the season. I mean, I really, really do. And this is going to be what I believe is a good baseball team this year. I don't know if they're going to be as good as last year with 96 wins, but for the most part, they're going to be, they're a good club.
Yeah.
As we heard.
And I would also look around, nobody wants to hear this, and I don't think people really care, but from the viewership standpoint, it's better off. It's a much better product when the Mets are good, the Braves are good, the division you battle. Like, those are fun series, right? I know they're always going to be fun no matter what with the Mets, but ultimately when those guys are good, it's fun, man, and the season moves along.
Yeah, you're not. I mean, think about the Mets and the Phillies in 2007 and
Oh yeah,
everything with that and what Citizens Bank Park was like. And like for sure, so it's just a matter of kind of getting out the gate. The spring training games, they start tomorrow. So the guys are going to be there. Now, unfortunately, because guys go away to the World Baseball Classic, like their first 4 games, they don't have anybody going.
Yeah.
Taijuan Walker's starting one of the games, I think.
Yeah.
And there's some other guys that are doing it, but it's not like I need spring training baseball. I need to be able to watch it. I just want I don't care if all the guys were wearing 80s and 90s and 70s out on the field. Yeah. Maybe Stubby can do it a little bit. So, Ray, if we're having technical problems here, it's okay.
This guy is working like all love and respect to Jason Martinez, but like if we're having that much of an issue trying to get him on the horn, apparently, Ray, can we get your take? Because you are like sweating bullets back there. You all right?
That's all right.
What's going on, dude?
Well, yeah, I mean, now I'm concerned there's something wrong with the phone lines. I know,
Which
the
is
history of this station. We've had issues with that before, so
gotcha.
We're playing it. You know that Verizon commercial that was really fun back in the day. Hey, can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Hello.
And then they didn't renew his contract, and then he went to Sprint. That guy.
Right, that guy. Yeah,
Right.
we're having that commercial happen right now.
So
between Jason and I.
let's play the. I mean, the interesting thing that we were going to talk to Jason about was the Ryan Kirkering reaction, and do you get a standing ovation? We said it. We were kidding around, right?
Yeah.
When we said like, no, we're first. We're going to say give him a standing ovation. I mean, frankly, I don't think the fan base is really all that pissed. I mean, I literally haven't heard one fan that recently that said he can't pitch, trade him, or anything like that.
No, he was good last year.
He's fine in the role that he should be.
Yeah, look, I think you put him in that pressure-packed moment. Maybe we learned a little something there, and I'm sure he learned, and he's going to grow from it. But as far as a reliever in the bullpen, I thought Kirkering was really good last year. Am I off on that?
His ERA was in the 2s. No, seriously, when you look at one of the reasons why this is a good bullpen,
oh yeah, if
he's your 6th or your 7th inning guy, and maybe even the 8th inning, but you're not putting him in high leverage situations for the most part. Like he's going to have his fair share of high leverage situations during the regular season, but you need guys on your roster. That's not his role because they've already talked about in spring training the roles in the bullpen. This isn't the Gabe Kapler days. Remember, for a while teams were like, "Oh, I don't need a designated closer. We can have this guy or we can have that guy." No, I want a designated closer. I want a designated 8th inning guy, and they have that, set up right now. So, like the Kirkering thing is right. I'm not even worried about the phones anymore, so don't worry about that. Play the Jason Martinez. He asked Trey Turner about a standing ovation since Trey got the standing ovation. Go ahead.
You really love him, and they want to show him support. How would you feel about a standing ovation?
Yeah, I mean, I think that stuff's organic. Whatever the fans choose, I think is nice. They obviously did it for me. Helped out a lot, helped a ton. I know he's in that same spot. He's a great person, great kid, works really hard. He's going to be big for us again this year, and stuff like that happens, and he's going to move on and be better for it.
All right, Trey Turner.
There you go. All right, what do you think, Ray? Standing ovation.
We already said it. As you heard first on 975 Middays, has to happen.
We already did it. We stood up essentially.
We did the standing ovation already. Yeah. Yep. So it doesn't need to be done again. But like the first time he enters the game, maybe it's opening day, maybe it's not.
Yeah.
There's not the buildup of because he runs on the field and it's not an immediate. It's not Matt Cord saying, "And a guard from Georgetown."
It'd be a lot cooler if it was.
That you're waiting for him to run out, and then Dan Baker will rather matter-of-factly say, now pitching for the Phillies. It's not the big buildup, but I'll bet you he'll get some standing ovation from some fans. I don't know. I'd give him a clap.
Yeah, they're diehards down there, so why not? I'm with it. Look, like I said, as long as he performs, that's all that matters to me. Last year was last year. I think you learned a lot. Oh, well. You did bring up the closer in the situation that they have coming into this offseason. I thought this was a really good nugget. Luke Arcani, we know him, we love him. Does a great job covering Phillies. He said this in his Substack. The Phillies haven't started a single Bryce Harper-era season with an elite closer. It's been a mix of Hector Neris, an older version of Craig Kimbrell, who was great in the first half, mix of Jeff Hoffman, Alvarado, and Jordan Romano.
No,
So
you're right.
That's the reality.
You have. I mean, and I've said this many times. The strength of the team's the bullpen.
Yeah.
And having to run. Remember, Rob Thompson said we're better off this point this year than last year. I think a lot of that was him trying to sell the team, but also that they do have the bullpen and they do have their closer. Because last year it was like, Romano's done it before. Oh yeah, how did that end up working out? There's no doubt who's pitching the 9th inning. At all. And you have Alvarado, and you have Keller, and you have, there's the other guys that they even got too. So that's something to talk about.
How many players do they have on this roster that are elite? Who is qualified as the elite?
I feel like this is the elite quarterback conversation all over again.
Well, I bring up the closer is
elite closer.
Okay.
Chris Sanchez, elite starter.
Damn right.
Zach Wheeler, elite starter.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
It's about it. Kyle Schwarber, elite DH.
Man, Bryce Harper's elite.
Nope. I'm sorry. Bryce Harper is still. I'm going to go Dombrowski for a second. No, he's still a quality player. He's an all-star level player. But is he really elite? Only Bryce knows that.
Was Bryce elite the year before? Was Bryce elite his whole career with the Phillies up until last year for you? No.
Look at what are we talking about? Numbers or feel? Right? I don't know. Okay. So Bryce is a superstar. There's a difference. Bryce being a superstar is because he's Bryce Harper and he's a huge star. Yes. And he also he's an all-star. He's a great player. There's Aaron Judge. There's all those guys. They're the superstars, right? Bryce Harper's a superstar not because he's hitting 50 home runs. He had over 40 home runs one time in his career.
But he's won multiple MVPs.
And he's a star. But right now he's not. He hasn't played like a superstar. I don't know. I'm at to Google his numbers again. I don't know. He's still a star.
Yeah.
He's a superstar because he's Bryce Harper.
Yes.
Yeah, because he's Bryce Harper, not because of the on-field production. I heard John Kincade talking about this earlier in the week, and I know Connor was like, what is he talking about? I kind of see his point.
Yeah, look, I'm down for the other side of it, but for my money, I look at Bryce Harper as a superstar. I look at Bryce Harper as elite. I do, still.
285, 30 home runs. That was 2 years ago. 87 RBIs. Aaron Judge has 60 home runs. There's a big-time difference. I want to go Mad Dog talking about that.
Yeah, well, that's
Aaron Judge has a 60 home run.
We're talking about a unicorn here, though. Aaron Judge is a unicorn.
Year before that, he had 29 home runs.
Yeah, but he's doing it consistently, year in, year out.
Had 21 home runs the year before that.
That's not good. It's not.
He had 35 home runs with the Phillies in 2021. 42 doubles. Batted .309. That's an elite season.
Yes.
309, 42 doubles, 35 home runs. On base percentage, 429. OPS over.
That's coming this year.
I hope so.
I can feel it.
Yeah, he's got it left in him.
Feel it in my loins.
I don't think we've seen the best from Bryce Harper. I don't know if people really have paid attention to the type of player Bryce Harper is in his career because he's not going to hit you 50 home runs. He's not capable of it. He's just not. He doesn't have that power.
Ray's over there smoking a cigarette right now. He's so gassed.
Yeah,
I need a beer.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
Nice work. Are the
Don't worry
phones
about
up?
No.
Coming up.
No?
No.
Oh.
We have the YouTube chat recap. Sean's picks for the weekend.
Oh, I got a great watch list, sir.
And breaking news on my travel plans.
Oh, here we go.
As I was supposed to leave for Disney on Monday morning in a snowstorm. That's coming up next. Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Wake up.
outro. We got a couple things to pay off here in the final segment. I'm ready for the weekend, man. I want to thank God it's Friday to come through the rotator.
He's good.
Can we, the last song every Friday, can we play Everybody's Working for the Weekend?
Yes.
That could be an original for us, too.
Yeah, no one's done that in the history of radio.
Nope.
Love it.
And I love the idea of playing after every Sixer win, we play the G Love song.
Oh. Oh, man. They play tomorrow night.
They need to win, though.
Yeah, they're playing the Pelicans.
And how about I say, play the darn song when we start the show?
So Dutzy was telling me there's some old 97.5 The Fanatic YouTube videos that are still getting play. And they might be the play the song
of course
videos that are still getting play to this day.
Of course. Yeah.
It's just amazing. I want to be the person that experienced that for the first time.
It was fun. Well, yeah, I think you go back and just do it. You watch it after a win. That's what I'm saying. This original idea, we say play the darn song, and then we play G Love.
Yes.
So you don't need to do that anymore. Some other old videos that we saw were Sean.
Yeah.
You were pretending to kick a field goal.
Kick a field goal. Remember, I tried out for the Soul.
And then I was dancing. You did. That's right. And then I was dancing with Franklin.
You were dancing with Franklin. Remember, I danced with the cheerleaders. Cheerleaders came in.
I remember the Soulmates used to come in.
Yeah, Soulmates.
Soul.
Used to work for the Soul, too. I've done work down there.
All right, before we get to the YouTube chat recap, Sean Brace, what's going on this weekend?
Oh, the weekend watch list. It filled up quickly, John Marks. Yes, it consists of a little everything in the sports world, a crash course, though, to catch you up on all things college basketball. We have a awesome Saturday where 1 versus 2 and a ton of major metrics. Now, I know that's 1 versus 3 in the AP, but put that to the dang side for just a second. Michigan, 1 loss on the season, 3-point defeat at home to Wisconsin. Wisconsin hit a bunch of three-pointers in that game. That's their only L on the year. Duke, they have just 2 losses. Both teams are meeting up on a neutral in D.C. tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Michigan, a 2.5-point favorite. Go ahead and check that game out. Other game to note as far as top 5 is concerned, Arizona and Houston. Houston's a 5.5-point favorite. That tip is at 3:30. Houston coming off a tough loss on the road at Iowa State. Arizona's just been tremendous this year. Some are saying that they're going to win it all. But we got 2 top 5 matchups. Watch out. Oh, by the way, the 5th team in the country, 5th-ranked team in the country, UConn. They're coming to take on Villanova at Xfinity Mobile Arena coming up on Saturday. I believe that's at 6 o'clock. Make sure you check that game out. From the college world over to the PCL world in the high school ranks here in Philadelphia. Father Judge and Newman Goretti, they're going to face off for the PCL championship on Sunday afternoon at the Palestra, the Cathedral. Judge, look out. I'm calling it right now. All of them respect to Newman Goretti, but Judge, the Crusaders are seeking back-to-back PCL titles for the first time in history. And Ray Dunn, Derek Morton Riviera is going to go for 30-plus on Sunday. Watch out for him. Heading to Temple as well. And finally, I'm a little worried to put this out here, but you know what? We don't put out false bravado. The Americans, they're going to win coming up. Yeah, they're going to win coming up at 3:10. And on Sunday, you got the gold medal matchup. Canada and USA. Oh, people are going to frown upon this one on me. I know it. They're not going to lose coming up at 3:10. They're a +6 or -625 favorite.
I'm actually going to the BetParks app right now to bet.
Taking Slovakia.
Bet Slovakia. I'm serious because I was already doing it. So Vito put out an email saying like, hey, I know it's early, but how about anybody else want to meet up for the gold medal game?
Oh, man.
Brunch, 8 o'clock in the morning on Sunday.
Yeah, Canada-Slovakia is going to be awesome.
And he put in parentheses, if the USA wins. So now we have 2 members of the staff that have officially jinxed the...
All right, so that's coming up on Sunday. It's the gold medal game. Come on, man. We got Freebird as the theme. We're not losing, John Marks.
I gotta put Freebird on my playlist.
I was jamming Leonard. Leonard Skinner's got some great tunes. Simple Man, let's go.
For sure. All right, let me see how much I'm making here with the USA losing. So I'm going to be rooting today, +575.
Yeah, they're going to lose.
Yep. USA -910.
I just cursed them. What? Are you kidding me? Wow.
USA -910.
That's absurd.
This is like the Soviets losing to the United States in the Miracle on Ice.
That's up there.
That's what you're doing.
They're not going to lose.
Okay, I hope not, because otherwise you and Vito are going to get it. All right, Ray, time for the YouTube chat recap. Hooah!
It's time for the YouTube chat recap.
How about filling us in? Let me tell you something else, man.
Watch us live on YouTube every single weekday.
I can't lie. Let me tell you something.
It's the Middays with Marks YouTube chat recap.
Heavy.
Maybe the NBA needs a loser playoff bracket for all teams that miss the playoffs, and the winner gets first pick, and second gets second pick, so on and so forth. Chris from WinGap.
Can they have a special tournament, like the in-season tournament for the NBA Cup? They call it the toilet bowl, and they compete. And
I'd watch.
You put it in the worst possible destination. Like, where would be the worst place to have a tournament in the United States?
Over there in Texas.
Maine?
What's Barkley say? Galveston, Texas. There you go.
Nah, I think you want
On
it
the
somewhere.
shores of
San
Galveston.
Antonio.
For these guys, somewhere in the middle of absolute nowhere. Like middle America, they could do nothing at night but think about the basketball game they have to play tomorrow.
In the plains.
Oklahoma City.
Yep. All right, what's next?
Problem number one in the NBA is the commissioner. Get him out and start to fix the league. John Kruk from the YouTube chat.
Oh, Crucker.
Yeah, look, I know Silver's taking a lot of heat, and rightfully so, but again, I was yelling about it. The commissioner works for the owners.
I actually have a lot of respect for him standing up like he is for this, because it's a problem. And it's not just what's happening this year, it's what happens in the future. You think that this is like now teams are going to start trumping each other to do stuff. And I don't know how you can fix it, but it's definitely like you can't have teams that are keeping their starters off of the court so they can lose the game. It's a really bad look, especially with gambling. All right, what's next, Ray?
I view Sal Powell much like many view Schefter these days. He's a reporter that breaks news. When you start asking opinions of these guys, they either give you nothing or have amateur takes. Neil from the YouTube chat.
I disagree. Wow. No, not with Sal. No, Sal's plugged in. You can, for some of the other people, you can.
Yeah, Sal, he loves Philadelphia sports.
Why? What did he say?
Yeah.
Did he say something specific?
Neil, YouTube chat.
They launched into a whole Sal Powell side on the YouTube chat.
Oh.
Yeah, that's where that came from.
Oh, all right. No, Sal's money.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Sal's connected.
What's next?
If AJ didn't put up numbers, he would be a Casty situation. If Casty was hitting 30 home runs batting cleanup, he would have been worth the sideshow. Brenton in Cumberland.
Yeah, fair.
He's your starting right fielder
Correct.
if he was hitting 30 home runs, or it would have been easier to move, one way or the other.
Correct. Yeah, but either he's here and we deal with it, or he's not, and they're able to move on.
At $20 million for that final year, he's probably here.
Well, if he's hitting 30 home runs, there's no obligation to the other team, right? Like, that's the big thing is that, like, it's one thing if it's a big contract that's left, but 1 year, you're going to got to hit 30 home runs. That's worth it.
He might have held out. He might have held out if he had 30 home runs last year.
All right, what do we got, Ray?
When does Maxey ask out of this bleep show? It's got to be soon, right? I actually feel bad for him that he has to play for this franchise. MBD from the YouTube chat.
Not yet. Wow. Might have a couple years left for that.
That's funny.
All right, it's all about the live bet on the BetParks app. Live bet pro basketball, football, hockey, the Olympics. You just heard me. I was on the BetParks app. Slovakia.
Yeah.
Slovakia.
Did you point out Slovakia on the globe on the map? Yeah, me neither.
No, of course not. BetParks has your favorite classic casino games as well, right on your phone. Blackjack, craps, roulette, poker. Hundreds of online slots. Bet your favorite sports. Bet player performances so you can join me on the BetParks app. Live bet any game, and right now, new users get up to $1,000 casino bonus back if you're down in the first 24 hours. BetParks.com for details. You must be 21 and in PA, New Jersey, or Michigan. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
It's right there, right underneath Germany.
Germany.
And if you went to Romania, you went too far. Turn around.
Okay. Maybe the proceeds of the bet that I'm going to win, I'll take a trip there.
Actually, you should go put it right back into your savings account
for
the week that's coming.
Being that now we're leaving on so Ray, we're leaving Saturday night.
You did book it.
Oh.
We were my wife, I told her to book it. Yeah, we were going to leave Monday morning, but because of the snow, we're going to Disney if you're just tuning in. Because of the snow, I was saying let's go to Tampa for a day or two and then drive to Orlando.
What could they experience in Tampa for a day?
That's what I'm saying. It'd be a good trip.
Home opener.
Go to Clearwater. We could just, it's a lot better than being here for a day.
For sure.
So it looks like we were able to get 5 seats together. And so we're going to fly out tomorrow night, which means I have so much to
Oh, yeah. That's going to be
luck.
yeah.
Have a good time, though.
Yeah, have a great time, dude. You earned a vacation.
I don't know about that.
And smiles down there, and just get ready to spend.
Yeah.
Yeah, good times.
Yeah, we've already spent a lot. Now, now it's 2 extra nights at Disney.
Parties just begun.
How much could that possibly be?
It's at Disney. You're not.
That's another reason why I wanted to go into Tampa for a couple days rather than Disney.
I thought maybe you'd do like the outskirts Orlando hotel. No, in Disney.
Yeah, our hotel.
At least you guys will be riding the roller coasters. And stuff.
Dude, I'm ready to go. I'm ready.
Like my daughter, we didn't ride.
No,
she's too young.
Oh yeah,
You know what I mean?
the size requirement. Yep. All right, guys, have a good week, everybody. Have a good weekend.
Yo, back tomorrow, 1 to 4.
1 to 4 tomorrow.
Yeah.
Excelente. All right, coming up next, the guys. See ya.